Alrighty. I think that's good to go then. Nope, just you, the first. Okay, just making sure that all the audio is capturing correctly.
What do you use to capture your audio?
I'm using OBS, and then yeah, so it catches the audio stream from both the tabletop and from our Discord.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I think we're good here. So, Cody, last time there was quite the ordeal having to deal with Gunderson and get him under control. You and the rest of your team teleported him all over the eastern half of Kamoween to Uthorim after putting him all in the bottom of the lake, and spent a couple days talking about what to do, looking at what your options were, and after a while, Porkchop was able to reverse engineer the magical connection on the homing beacon that Gunderson had on him, and allowed her to see these other distant specks of light that she thinks probably are the targets. The other remaining people who have these necklaces on, who they are, you're not entirely sure, but you have suspicions that it's the rest of the Nightshade, and one of them is Corcus. So, after all of that, Gunderson and his family was taken all the way to Thrigrin, on the opposite side of the world, to where the Paladins of Hyronius are from. They agreed to take care of them and watch over them, and after that, you all headed back to Uthorim and had a good night's rest. But in the next morning, you woke up and spoke with everyone about what everyone's different objectives and reasons for wanting to move forward in certain directions were. And after thinking about it, you decided that you wanted, Cody and Chad specifically, wanted to pursue a thread available to them located in New Uriopolis. President Arnold Amigabro had notified you that he received word from a historian who had reached out from New Uriopolis, urging them to come visit with her. So you are now really ready to go. Galaxia walks up to you, and being the first to head off on your individual quest, she agrees to plane shift and word of recall you best she can to the area around New Uriopolis. Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Let's rock.
Excellent.
I'm trying to think. Uthorim. Are we back in Uthorim right now, or are we?
Yes, right now.
Okay. Is there anything I need to do before we go?
It's entirely up to you, Chad.
I don't think so. We got maybe just get a quick morning workout in.
Of course. Go down to the gym in the basement. Little bro comes down with you and grabs a couple of the weights.
Decent.
Decent. Good enough. A solid workout, but not your greatest.
Oh, yeah. And I guess I'll do a little bit of training with little bro too, just to get him used to it after we lift some weights. But then after that, I'm good to head on out.
Oh, I wanted to show you. I had art made of little bro by accident.
Oh my gosh.
Well, not by accident. Like, I didn't think it would actually get made, but someone did it for free, which is really funny. I need to pull it up. How do I journal entries? Create entry. Image. I will show you in a moment here. Yeah, it's pretty great. People are so talented and share the greatest things for no particular reason. They just feel compelled to like make artwork for people.
That's always sick.
Little bro. So can you see that?
Oh, is it on the stream?
Yeah. Or not the stream.
Oh, wait, no, I see it right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just little bro. He's out there. He grabs a couple weights and starts throwing them over his head with you, getting his workout on.
Heck yeah.
So, after your workout, you clean rock yourself off, and Galaxia agrees to take you to her destination best she can. She's gonna roll for that. Yeah. So with that, you are word of recall to Nangshi Monastery, and then rapidly plane shifted away back to the western half of Ikesh, where none of you have actually really done much in this area. You went to Shelthalis for a brief time, but never all the way to Uriopolis, or that island off of the west coast. But with that role and that kind of, you did some reading beforehand to try and pinpoint it, you arrive on top of a large desert-like plateau of sorts. Think of like a mesa, these brown and red stones with sharp edges, and you're standing on this precipice looking out and around. Around you is this kind of wasteland of these mesas with towering rocks that have been eroded away with eons of time. Think like Arizona sort of vibe. You look around, you don't see a city, but Galaxia kind of scratches her head and says, well, I think the fastest route's probably if we were to try and find the path. She digs around her pocket and pulls out that piece of Warforged armor that you had picked up a while back, and she concentrates for a moment and casts Find the Path. She nods to herself and points, and she says, oh, it's much closer than I thought. It's only about 10 miles that way, and she points in a direction down towards a kind of valley amidst all these columns. She says you've got it taken care of, right? It's just right over there.
Yeah, bro. If you got stuff you need to take care of, you go take care of that.
All right. Sounds good.
Good luck.
Fist bump, and she...
Need anything from me?
Nope, just, well, when should I pick you up, I guess?
I guess I'm not really sure. Is there a way I could contact you?
Can you cast sending?
Nope.
Well, maybe you can...
Cast sending? It's cast the one you can where we can talk back and forth. Give me, we'll do 3 days for now, and just we'll touch base then. Is that a good plan?
Oh, you mean? How about this? I'll cast sending every morning, because it doesn't let you can't respond for a definite period of time. So it's I'll cast sending.
I meant we check in every morning or every 3 days or something like that. Be like, oh yeah.
Every 12 hours, I'll send it out and see what you're doing.
Perfect.
Sounds good. Good luck, Chad. See you later. And Galaxia poofs away. You've only seen her from this perspective a few times, where seeing someone else plane shift away just kind of weirdly morphs into nothing, leaving a little poof of dust. So after that, you are on your own on this mesa, all on your own. What are you doing?
Well, yo, little bro, I think we're gonna be heading down here. Let's just get walking.
All right.
Anything you want to talk about on the way, bro?
I don't know, Chad. I mean, I've learned so much recently. What do you think would be something I should know on this quest? Two bros together.
Well, I mean, our quest is I didn't believe we would get this far. We only have 2 fists to go, Hopefully we get another one here. I guess this is my first time interacting with the Warforged also, but you got to be a bro to all. So
of
we're
course.
Gonna go in there. You're gonna, be a bro to the Warforged.
Of course.
Hopefully, you've learned quite a bit to our travels. I hope, I want to be a good, bro model for you.
I appreciate that, Chad. I think you have been. I've learned a lot. I feel a lot more self-realized than I was before. Yeah, I'm excited to see these new people. I've seen a lot of elves and a lot of half-orcs and whatnot, but some Warforged that seems interesting and new.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to, stretch your legs a bit and walk there with me, or how you
Sure, I could do that. I haven't been going on my own much, so he climbs off your arm and morphs back into a strange, fleshy little creature. And together you walk to the edge of the mesa. It's a fairly large drop, probably about 200 feet down, with some craggy outcroppings and edges to clamber down. If you want to climb down, I assume you will. Make an athletics check for me.
Athletics? Are you sure about that? Can I?
Yeah. Well, bro is helping you out the whole way.
29.
29. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Chad, with Little Bro's help, you clamber down the side of this very steep vertical cliff face. He kind of like, anchors himself around boulders and like elongates into a long like rope that you dangle off of, and then he climbs down after you. But eventually you make it down after 20 or so minutes of hard labor. It's a secondary workout for the morning. But you get to the bottom, begin walking the direction that Glaxia pointed out to you. It's the sun's beating down. It's pretty hot here. It's probably like 105. It's the middle of summer, in the heat of the day. It's pretty hot. You're sweating profusely, but you keep walking.
I'll hit that clean rock every once in a while.
Keep the smell away.
Get that wind blowing behind me. The cape. Not that it affects me, but just I look pretty cool.
Oh, always.
Cape blowing.
Always got the cape blowing.
The desert.
Yeah, no, just the vision of a rugged-faced Chad walking stoically with little waddling flesh creature next to him.
Bro.
Yeah. So you come around the bend and you do see a small river that has like suddenly appeared around this bend in this topography. You follow it and in the direction you're supposed to go. And after about another half an hour, you do come through a crease and you do see ahead of you a large, surprisingly vibrant city in the midst of all this like desolation. Let me pull it up here for you. There on Foundry.
Perfect.
So you come up from the southeast, walking along the edge of this river, and after another few minutes, you do come up to the side of the walls of the city. You see ahead of you a large gate, kind of in the middle of the river, and some boats beyond that. But towering over certain parts of the city, like these massive towers made out of dark iron and stone, jut out in kind of an obvious and out of place way. The rest of the city seems to mesh fairly well with the landscape, but these towers definitely stand out in the landscape of like red and browns. But as you approach and like squint up at the gate, you do see a couple interesting figures leaning out over the wall. They look down at you and shout out in common, but a very strange kind of accented, flat common that you don't quite understand. You understand, but you don't quite like recognize. They say, "Halt! Who comes to New Uriopolis?"
Oh, it is I, Chad Brohart.
Chad Brohart.
Yes.
What is your purpose?
I seek, real quick, just to jog my memory, is there anything else outside of the fist that I was looking for?
Not really.
I don't remember.
Not here. You're here to speak to this historian about the fist. That's pretty much your only knowledge so far.
Speak to the historian. Do I have the name of the historian? Oh, wait, I probably wrote down in my notes.
You don't have the name. You just were told by Amiga Bro that a historian in New Uriopolis reached out to them.
Gotcha. I'm here to speak to a historian located here.
You see two, like, vaguely humanoid figures, like, look at each other, look back down at you. They say, "Wait!" You wait. After a few minutes, the gate raises, and out stride two humanoid figures, but they glint in the sun. You can see their bodies are made almost entirely of metal, with, like, small pieces of wood and leather-like stuff kind of holding them together. Their faces are like just smooth and metallic, with a small slit where a mouth would be and eye holes that glow faintly luminescently. It's the first time you've ever seen a living Warforged in person, and it's very different. They are humanoid, but not at all alive in the sense that you're used to. But they stride up, and behind them you see a third Warforged with a large lance, riding atop what looks to be a saber-toothed tiger. It strolls out, and the tiger kind of sniffs the air and glowers at you and growls aggressively. It taps it with its heels, and it kind of approaches, but they kind of encircle you. They say, "So, you've come to our city. We are suspicious of outsiders. There's been quite a bit of trouble of late. The Reznor stirring up trouble. You're not a Reznor spy, are you?"
I am not.
"And what proof?"
"I'm a paladin of Feronius."
"Paladin?" They look at each other. The one says, "Isn't there a paladin here? Hieronius? Something about Hieronius? I feel like I've heard that recently."
Yes, I'm following up on one of my brother's missions. He came out here, and he he was the one that told me about this historian. He said it would be of great interest to me to talk to him.
I see. One moment. They stop, and a fourth one comes out. This one has like a bit of a robe on, like long, flowy kind of cape thing. They say, check him. This Warforged waves its hands around. You see some like arcane symbols glow, and after a moment's pause, they say, well, the cape is magical, but other than that, I think he's clean. Little bro, what's little bro?
Did I tell you the magical items I have, or no?
No, it is fine. We're just checking to see that there's no illusions or pretending here going on. We've had, like I said, a few Reznor spies trying to infiltrate our city and take out our defense. But
are the Reznor the Drow?
Yes, the Reznor Dominion is the Drow to the east.
I had a run-in with some of them.
Yes, they are a despicable lot. They all kind of like nod in agreement at that statement. But they say, welcome to New Ariopolis. Do not wander too much. Go about your business and then be on your way. But you are welcome in our city.
Point me in the direction of this historian. Are there multiple here?
We don't... Well, make a persuasion check.
Alright. It would help me not to wander the city if I knew right where I needed to go. 17.
Alright. You say that, and they say, I think I remember something about an outsider staying in town for a while. Is that the tiefling woman? And they, the other one says, I think that's right. Isn't she at the depository? And they chatter for a moment, and they say, yes. Come with us. We will escort you to the Alcazar, where you may be able to find this other paladin who could be relevant for you.
Of course. Thanks, bro.
Yes.
Give him a fist bump if he wants.
Yes. He doesn't understand the gesture and does not return it. But you walk across the city. As you go, you just kind of take it in. Yes, these large, dark towers loom over the city, fairly ominous. And you walk along this like right side path along the river, seeing multiple boats. As you come towards the center of the city, it's not that large, but you come to the center and you do see this massive like oasis kind of here in the midst of all this, where the water seems to be coming from. It splits into two different streams, and when you look into it, it's very blue and very deep. In fact, it's so deep that when you walk around the border, you don't see like a bottom. You just see the shore slope downward and in very rapidly and just disappear.
Yeah.
So it's a very massive spring of sorts, from what you can tell. And as you keep walking, you do see off to the right a pile of like these glowing blue crystals. They seem very out of place. They don't look like they're native to the area. But as you walk past them, you see a couple more getting pulled up out of this pit by these large cranes operated by Warforged. There are Warforged everywhere here. In fact, they seem to be the only people living here. You see no other races and other than that, and as such, you are standing out and definitely like stared at, and people are confused as you walk by. They all keep their distance and just eye you, but you are escorted to a small mansion or manor of sorts, somewhat like just a very nice like building. It's made out of the same red like stone and brick as the surrounding area. It's much older than the rest of the town. But they stop there around the perimeter of that building and say, this is the Alcazar, home of our leader, and if you will wait here, we shall fetch the individual that may be of interest to you.
Thank you.
They run off, and 15 minutes later, out strides a Warforged that's a little bit taller and wider than the rest, a bit stockier, and he has like this sort of not a cape, but like a flag kind of on the front and the back, right? Just kind of flutters in the breeze as he walks. And he arrives and he says, welcome. This is welcome to Ariopolis. I hear that you are a paladin of Hieronius, correct?
Yeah, bro.
Good to know. I am Vicar Ura. Welcome to our city. What is it that you wish to know? I was told that they questioned you and you were here on some sort of paladin business.
Yes. I'm here. I heard you might have some knowledge about the location of a Fist of Hextor.
They all look at each other like confused, and he says, a Fist of Hextor. That does not ring a bell. but they mentioned something. You said something about the historian, and they're like, yes, we think she may have information that's relevant to him.
Are you not the historian?
No, I am merely one of the clerical advisors of the city here on business.
My apologies, sir.
None taken. Follow me. I'll take you to where this historian exists. She's been here for quite some time. He says, you may go, and he like waves off the rest of the guards, and they say, sir, are you sure about that? He says, oh, I can handle myself. They bow and walk away, riding on the back of the saber-toothed tiger, one of them. And you're left striding over to a very large, ornate building nearby. And as you walk across this large, open, like cobblestone area, kind of baking in the heat. The heat doesn't seem to bother any of them, but you're a little uncomfortable. Even in spite of your upbringing, this is a pretty roasty place. You see like 2 trees the whole time you're here. But as you're walking, he says, so, what do you know of our great city?
I do not know very much.
Well, allow me to educate you somewhat, just so that word of our great civilization spreads, and those who hear of your journeys will understand the might of the Iopolites. And he gives you a really brief history about how the Warforged achieved liberation centuries ago, left Camouine and fled to this region, eventually settling here when they found a better source of sustenance than what they were originally being provided with. Make a history check.
Okay. I think that's a -1 for me. Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll a d20 and we'll subtract 1. Oh no, there we go. Roll.
Solid. Yeah.
I think that's the lowest roll anyone's gotten so far.
Has anyone ever gotten a -1?
I don't know.
I don't think anyone has a -2 on any stat, so
yeah,
it's impossible.
So,
well,
while he's talking though, I will or do that first because I rolled a 1.
Yeah, you just kind of, your eyes glaze over and you're just like, yeah, okay. He just chats for a while. You don't absorb any of it. You don't really make any connections to other things you've heard before. You're just here to get the fist. You're here to meet this historian. But eventually you're led up to...
I will tell him, while he's talking, I'm like, yeah, bro, I heard you guys were having some problem with the Reznor Dominion.
He stops and says, yes, they've always been a bit resentful of our... habitation of this area. I believe that they've had their eyes on our resources for quite some time. Their airships are superior to ours, but they have never yet reached the inner sanctum of our city thanks to our defenses. And he waves towards one of the really large towers, kind of foreboding, casting a shadow over the landscape.
This information might be pertinent to you. I recently was in the Reznor Dominion, and one of the people there stoking war between your two countries ended up being a changeling or something of the sort, a doppelganger or something like that. They were in possession. Well, there was 2 of them. They were in possession of 2 fists of Hextor. That's why I ran across them. But hopefully that helps to ease some of the tensions.
Interesting. The individual kind of like looks at you out of the side. You see just like these black dark holes and then like this glowing light that kind of shifts in your direction as it walks, like completely featureless and expressionless, but still able to emote fairly strongly from just like body posture. You can tell they're like they're rapidly trying to reevaluate what they think of you and like who are you, because you're sharing this like very interesting and pretty important information that they did not necessarily know. But they seem to just like hold on to that for now, and you keep walking. Eventually, you arrive at the entrance to this massive kind of cathedral. You see it arcing overhead, and you see the familiar symbol of the shape of the head with light emanating from it, kind of looking upwards. It is the holy symbol of Ayun, the goddess of knowledge and secrets. He turns and says, welcome to the depository. We have been storing much of our history and things that we've found here for a while. This historian that you are seeking, and he continues on, her name is Zerissa. She is a tiefling woman from beyond. I don't know much about her, but she came here about 5 or 6 years back and has been given more and more free reign amongst the citizens here to perform research.
Out of game, or real quick, just does this city remind me at all of my vision in the Tiefling Woman? Like, would anything in that city, this city?
Yeah, I should have said this building is clearly that building that you saw in your vision. The construction of it, the tall arches, the glass windows, and the kind of like metal construction definitely remind you aggressively of that vision you had. In fact, you sense that where you're going right now, up to this top floor of this building, is probably wherever she was looking out that window from.
I'll say to the man, I'm like, yes, this is definitely the place. This looks just like the vision I was given.
The visions, and he glances over again. Yes. Interesting. We're almost there. And he like speeds up a little bit. He's a little nervous to be around this person who has visions and is intricately tied with the inner workings of Resner politics. You arrive at a nondescript doorway in a long hallway, and you see here and there Warforged walking, holding stacks of books and like strange things like glowing shards of blue crystal, and they don't pay you much mind. But he knocks, says, "Zerissa, you have a guest?" It's a long pause. Nothing happens. He says, "Oh, she might be out. Hello?" He knocks again. Nothing. Well, that's awkward. I was under the impression that she would be here today. She tends to sleep during most of the day and go about her business at night.
I will use Divine Sense. Oh, wait, no, that only works that doesn't see through doors, does it? Let me double check. Because she is a tiefling, so I would be able to sense her presence.
Well, yeah, yes or no. It's kind of like iffy. There's like, I would say, there's a very faint trace of like fiendish stuff there, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the other things.
It's not like full blood.
You want to use it? You can.
Yeah, I'll use it. See what I see.
Use it. Immediately, you just sense the faint aura of that lingering malice that you associate with the Fists of Hextor. It's very faint, though. It's like a whiff of a 3-day-old cake or a pie, or something that not necessarily something fresh. But there's still no silence. It's like, well, I don't know where she would be. I can ask around, perhaps. Would you stay here?
Is she all right?
Probably. I don't know why she wouldn't be. Just stay here. Right. And he begins to walk off and like begins talking with one of these acolytes holding a stack of books, and they like exchanging words in a tongue you do not recognize or understand. It's not even like common. It's more just like rapid, like not beeping, just like tones, like kind of like
yeah.
And they're talking to each
that
other.
I could really replicate.
Yeah, not even replicate or even understand. Yeah. What are you doing? Just hanging out?
Yeah. I'll look around. Just what do I see for like first off? Like when I look around, just books.
Yeah. So you're in like a hallway on the top floor of this cathedral. It's fairly dense, but like the main part of it, the interior of the cathedral, is a massive library, and there are numerous like glass cases with strange rocks and artifacts inside of them. Warforged walking around caring for everything. Some stained glass on the top of the ceiling itself, letting in like filtered light. It's very, very welcoming and peaceful.
I'll cast Divine Sense again and look around. Does anything in the cases or any books give off any, fiendish, demonic, celestial auras?
What's the range on that? 30, 60 feet?
60
feet. Yeah, as you just like kind of peruse and try to extend your consciousness out to sense that, you do get a vague, like, just make an insight check.
It's another one chat's good at. Yeah. 17.
All right. You get the faintest whiff of celestial emanating from many of these artifacts in the room, these things in glass cases. You just kind of like
just peruse them.
Yeah, you go and squint and like look at them. They're very strange. Some are just like looks like normal rocks. Some have these massive blue crystals kind of sticking out of them. Some are engraved. Some appear to be like fossils of sorts. And
are those rocks the same ones in Nomiopolis?
With that insight check, They do look somewhat similar. They do give off a similar glow. The ones in Nomiopolis are a dark red hue and kind of a dark red, and Porkchop has one. But these ones are a bright kind of blue, more vibrant, and different indeed. But from your brief history, it seems like these stones, these blue stones, might be really integral to the society here. And potentially a replacement for whatever those red stones were back in Nomiopolis.
Gotcha.
But yeah, eventually he comes back and says, no one has seen Zerissa in the past day or two. Perhaps we should check her room. It's not usual that they lock it. Follow me. And they go back. He goes back up to the room. He says, excuse me, we're coming in. Knocks a third time. No response. Jiggles the handle, and the door just swings open ajar. Not locked, hardly even latched. He steps in, and you follow, and you see at the same time, he says, oh dear. In this room, it has been completely overturned. Every square inch has been thrown to the ground, tossed, ripped apart. There are like fine couches and bookcases and a desk and like papers, but they've all just been like ripped to shreds, torn over, tossed around, utterly decimated. Living space is trashed. He looks around and he says, this is troubling.
I'll look around and see if I see a tiefling woman on the ground.
You do not see any bodies or evidence of death, any bloodstains or anything like that. Make an investigation check.
All right. Six.
You walk around poking at stuff. A lot of the stuff that's in here is over your head. You see lots of like arcane musings, rambling things, but like none of it really makes sense to you. You're just looking for like, where's the fist, where's the lady, and you don't see either of those. So you're lacking.
Yeah, no fist, no lady. I guess I'll cast Divine Sense again and just scan the room for.
Yeah, you scan the room. That lingering smell of Hexdor's presence is stronger here, but there's no source of it. It just seems like perhaps whatever sense you got originally may have been the source may have seeped into the walls in a way, but it's not really here. There's no source of it. Just the entire room kind of smells like it. He leans up against the wall and surveys everything. He says, she did have some enemies. He's just like pondering this.
Well, I think this might have had to do with what I came to talk to her about.
Perhaps. What do you know?
Well, right now I can sense the lingering aura of Hexdor's fist. One of them. And you said that she hasn't been seen for a few days. You know, a lot of people. That's valuable information right now. And so someone might have attacked her for knowing something about that. Especially if the owner of the fist knew that I was coming here.
That's interesting.
I do hope that's not the case. I would not want to put her in danger.
Me neither. She was generous and kind and articulate. We were happy to have her here for a time. He walks over and begins like sifting through the papers. After a few minutes, he pulls up something. He says, "Oh, it is as I feared." And he turns to you and he's holding in his hands looks like a snapped off kind of trapezoidal piece of metal. He says, "You see this? It is part of a weapon used exclusively by raiders outside of our city, dissidents who don't approve of outsiders and their presence here. Zerissa has been a positive influence, but there have also been other visitors in the past year or so who have made themselves very unwelcome. And as a result, there's been a lot of divide about the presence of outsiders. That's why I'm escorting you in particular, is that there are some in the city who would not take kindly to your presence and may take action to remove you." He kind of tosses it back on the ground and says, "If that's snapped off here, it's almost certain they must have come at some point in the past few days and abducted her. For what purpose, I don't know."
Where she might be?
He thinks about it and he says, "I have a general suspicion. To the northwest of here is where the raiders are known to be. They have an encampment in a small cave, is what I hear. I don't have an exact location, but perhaps I can help. And he goes over to the wall, and you see a map of like the nearby area, and he points at it and says, "Here we are, and here's the river splitting, and here is another little tributary." He begins like showing you basically the general layout of the area nearby, and he does point to a spot that's unmarked. He says, "Right about here, I believe, is where you would find the raiders. We let them be since they were recently citizens of Areopolis, but if they're starting to take this aggressive of action, I'm concerned about what their eventual goals are. Do you think you would be able to go there and see to talk with them?"
I was going to head there immediately.
That is wise. I will inform the Alcazar and potentially form a party, although since she's not one of our citizens, we have no reason to seek her out, even though she may be in trouble. You can see that like this guy is obviously kind of troubled by this. He is as...
Well, go ahead. Sir, I would appreciate your assistance in this. I think it will help to come to a peaceful resolution, and if there's something I could help you with in return, you just have to say the word.
He nods and says, "I'm glad to hear it. I will escort you to the western gate and point you in the direction you need to go, but beyond that, I think you're on your own. I will try and rally a group. I can't guarantee anyone will support this rescue mission, if you will, but if I can, I will try and meet you there."
I appreciate it. Would you mind? I need to pick up some rations. Do you have any rations that might be suitable for someone like me?
He looks around kind of awkward. You get the sense that he doesn't eat, and they may not have sustenance in the city. He says, yes. Let me look around, and he walks around the apartment, like pulling open drawers. He says, will this do? And he holds up a bag. You sense that you look inside, there is like really dried out bread and some like jerky snacks for Zerissa while she studied. But you get the sense it'll work.
Yeah. So should I put that in like rations 1 day?
2 days, yeah.
2 days?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Let me make sure that went through. Rations. No, how do you save this? Because if you hit remove on here, it removes all the stacks, correct? Oh, I see. You have to use the
counter.
Yep. You have to hit the plus minus. You can't just type it in.
Yep.
All right. Yep, we're good to go.
All right.
All right, sir.
He escorts you out to the western gate, and he says, "Open the gate. We're letting this individual out," and they do so. You see a couple more like saber-toothed cats up on the palisade, looking down at you, and kind of some of the expressions on these individuals is not friendly. You get the sense that. There is confusion at your presence here, but also some hostility. They don't seem to like organic individuals compared to themselves. But you're let out, and you begin walking a little bit. He walks with you outside of the city and says, "Okay, go that way, turn right after about a mile or so, and head north. You know the way I showed you on the map. Best of luck to you. Avoid the sands, the shifting sands, if you can. They're a bit of a hazard. And... let me think. Yeah, if you see any remains of Warforged or otherwise, avoid those areas as well. Some of those other people I've mentioned before, they are rather unkind to Warforged. We had a small gnome and friends come through a while back, and he abducted quite a few folk, and people were quite up in arms about it for a while. We attempted to rescue them, but didn't go well. Did you
happen to have his name?
No, he didn't. I believe he gave some name. It didn't seem real. It was like Charles or something.
Do I know what the one dude that we in Nomiopolis, the one guy that... Do you know what he looks like?
Yes. Yeah, you were there. You saw him.
I'll describe him real quick. I'm like, does that sound like the gnome?
He looks at you and like steps back. He says, "You seem incredibly well informed for a stranger on the road." Yes, it did resemble that gnome to a T, as you described.
If I find him, I will do my best to get all those Warforged back here.
I'm glad to hear it. What is your name? Chad?
Chad Brohart. Bro to all. Like, reach out my fist and I'll fist bump him.
He very hesitantly returns the gesture and says, "All right, Chad."
And I'll give him the name, too. What was his name?
Brillin Corcus.
Brillin Corpus. Yeah,
Corcus,
I'll give him the name Brillin Corp. Yeah. And, yeah, be on the lookout. If you have any information and you pass that along, I would be very appreciative, and I'll work to get them back. I do have some fears about what... we can talk about this later, though.
Yes, I will do my best to gather a hunting party to help you or find your friend. But in the meantime, good luck. Travel safe. See you later. And he turns around and heads back into the city. You are now on your own, heading into the mesas. This hot sun being down. It's probably like 3 in the afternoon.
Yep.
All right. So you begin walking. Is there anything you want to do in the meantime? Little bro has been very quiet and sort of just like hiding on your arm this whole time, trying to avoid drawing attention to himself. But he pops off and walks alongside you as you go. He says, "So, what do you think of this Zerissa lady, Chad? Is she going to be a nice person?"
I hope so. We can hope for the best, can't we? We can hope she's all right as well. But time is of the essence. You want to get a jog in going, little bro?
Sure. I mean, I'll do my best. He immediately sprouts 2 more legs and begins like galloping like a weird little mini centaur thing.
We'll get a good jog in.
Okay, you begin jogging. Make a survival check for me.
6.
So, after about 20 minutes of jogging, you suddenly realize that you are sweating profusely and you have a limited water supply. You've got a water skin, it's got water in it, but like you turn and you're like, "Hey, Galaxia, I need to fill this up," and then you realize, no, Galaxia's not here. And as you're sweating profusely and you wipe it off with a clean rock, you realize you should probably avoid overexerting yourself in this type of climate. Could lead to dangerous scenarios within a short period of time.
Alright, I tell little bro I might probably slow down. That was a good jog. I want to make sure. How are you doing, little bro?
I'm doing fine. Right? Yeah, he's not sweating at all. He's just like comfortable. You got any more of that protein? I've been trying to like put some gains on, bro.
Oh yeah, I reach into my thing. I'll grab him like a little piece of jerky. And
you give him a strip of jerky, and he just like drops it into one of his maws and gulps it down. He says, "Thanks, bro."
Yeah, anytime. That's what
put
we're
it
here
in my muscles.
Bros support each other.
Yeah. And you keep walking. So as you continue on, the sun getting hotter, you eventually turn and head into this open, like, wasteland. It's dry, cracked ground. It's flat. It's not like a sandy desert like you're used to, but just like dried out. Think like the salt flats in like Arizona and Utah. Yeah. I think it's Utah. Just like that.
Yeah.
Pretty miserable.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah. So as you're going, what do you want to be doing? Like, are you looking out for anything? Are you trying to? How do you want to get there?
I mean, rather directly, though, trying not to overexert now that I see I sweat so much.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, I'm giving you the opportunity to come up with a way to navigate to your end goal, like, in a productive way.
Do we have, like, a map I could kind of lay things out on, or?
So it's all in here.
Yeah, okay, so it's northwest. I guess I'll do my best to follow the dude's instructions. Yeah. I don't see why Chad would do anything else.
Make a history check.
Oh, my favorite. What was that? I'll roll the d20. History is 13.
13. Not the worst. Yeah, you begin to like see the way that the land flows. You sense that it's similar to what you've been experiencing thus far, and you feel like you're on the right path. You keep walking for a bit longer, and you stop for a moment to like catch your breath in the shade, and you lean up against this rock, trying to like think about what comes next. As you do, though, the rock suddenly shifts, slides away from you as you lean against it, and you jump back. You watch it kind of stagger upright, unfurling and crumbling and cracking as these arms and legs kind of unfurl, and this misshapen, gaunt like face kind of cracks open in the side of it. It stares at you for a second or two. And it just goes and starts crashing towards you. Make a roll initiative for me.
Alright, sounds good. What is that?
Man.
20. Yeah, because I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's a 16 on initiative.
All right. Okay. It's gonna roll.
Yo, little bro, let's go. Imagine it's like Transformers, where he just like jumps up in the air. And
Yeah.
flips
Just
into, like, a
whoosh, whoosh,
sword.
whoosh, into a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have first initiative. You see in front of you this stone-like creature roaring and charging towards you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dancing axe of giants directly opposite of me.
All right. Let's see your bonus action. I made a fun little token for you.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, shoot. Okay, I can't click on that or my screen goes dark.
Oh, it doesn't have vision. I'll fix it.
Oh, no, yeah. Axe. Which one was correct? One sec. Let me see which one of these axes was correct. D6. It's just without proficiency, right?
Yeah, so it's just your strength modifier.
Okay. Save. So this one is correct. That is incorrect. Axe. Is this one correct? No. Oh, yes, this one. Okay, there we go. We'll just keep that as for damage if this... Wow, that does not hit.
No, it does not.
Oh, does he have advantage because he's opposite me?
You do have advantage from... Wait, do you... I'll say that... Yes, so
The
I'll say
axe
the...
does, but I don't?
Yes.
Okay. There we go, 24. Does that hit?
It does.
So, 13 damage?
Alright. 13, what kind?
I believe it's all slashing.
Alright.
Uh,
That
but
is...
it is... Yeah, because your strength modifier just adds to slashing damage, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Wait a second, can I, because Little Bro can turn into a battering ram.
You can, yeah.
Breaks through doors, oh, I guess this isn't really a barrier.
Right.
I guess I'll hit him with my sword.
Alright.
Which one is edit? Okay, that's for damage. Sorry, my macros got changed.
Oh, I think that's my fault. I was messing around with them. I didn't know that they were like linked to your account. I was looking through my own directory, but I guess they are shared. So hit it with my sword should be there, and then you've got Chad Smack, Chad Smite, and Undead damage.
I don't have hit it with my sword. Let's see.
So okay, so on the bottom left, next to the macro bar, there's a file, like a little folder.
Yeah.
If you click on the folder, it should pull up all the ones that are available to you, and hit it with my sword should be one of them.
Close.
You can search macros too.
I do not have that.
Weird. I guess maybe I have access to everyone's macros, but you don't have access to the ones that I make. Which is weird.
Okay.
Scope.
Yeah, because that one would have been swapped. That's alright, it's not a...
Yeah, sorry.
Plus 2, we'll just copy that. First hit. 20?
20 will hit, yes.
My rolls right now.
14 damage?
No, 20 damage.
20
14 to hit was the second one. I'm assuming 14 does not hit.
No, it does actually hit.
Oh, it does?
That is its AC. Yeah.
Okay. Save macro. Okay, so 20 damage and then
19
damage.
So with little bro out, you begin smacking. You do a total of 39 damage to it.
And a partial radiant for that?
Yep. Let's see, that's all magical, it's all stuff that overcomes its resistances, so you're good. Alright. Its turn now. It will... Alright. You watch it, like, roar and begin to speed up somewhat. It seems to have hasted itself. It's going to attempt to crush you. That's not what I wanted.
AC of 18, just so you know.
Yeah. So that's 16. No, wait, sorry. 15. So it misses you. And then Sad. That's not right. Slam 1d8 plus 5. Why did it save? Rolling again. Okay, 26. 26 hits. Now it does damage. Make a strength saving throw. Sorry, no. Constitution saving throw, not strength.
Oh, no! My strength is a plus 16.
Oh my god.
Plus 6. Oh my gosh, my roll! 11.
Alright, so you take 18 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Your hit point maximum is reduced by 18.
How do I do that? Do I take the damage first or second?
First. So, like, whatever you're at, minus 18, but you can't heal beyond whatever that minus 18 is. So...
HP max is... No, what? Oh, override max. Oh shoot. So.
Yeah, it might help just to
there we go.
to write it down or something.
All right, we'll do this. So. Give me. Is he doing anything else?
Nope, he's just roaring in front of you. This deep, grumbling, grating scream.
There we go. We're rocking and rolling. It's minus 18 for the modifier, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. Dancing axe of giants again. We'll do the 22 or a 22.
That'll hit.
And 13.
13 from the axe.
Oh my gosh, 14.
Misses this time because he upped his
Nat
AC.
20.
Oof.
Nat 20, and I'm gonna use my Oh no, I can't use my bonus action. Unfortunate. I think called
True.
smite.
Well, you can use your reaction, right?
Oh, it's reaction. Yeah. I'll use my reaction and smite it at 3rd level.
3rd level, okay. 3rd level smite for a total of 44 radiant damage. Oof. You blast off.
It's doubled.
Oh, because it's a crit.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
So that's
yeah.
44 minus 7, which is 38.
38 times 2, which is 76.
No, 37.
Yeah.
So
74 plus 7, so over 80. Yeah, with that, you just reach up with little bro, cleave off one of the arms. As it staggers back, you see it's near death. You call upon Hyronius to empower your weapon with magic. How do you want to do it?
Oh, I want to see if I can cleave him in half from nape to chap. You know
Sure,
what I'm saying?
yeah. Just get a running jump, leap off one of these nearby
and I
rocks.
get a bonus D6 off that.
What ability does that come
another
from?
5 damage. That's just like an orc ability. It's improved.
Improved critical or something?
Yeah, I'll find the ability. It's a feature of being half orc. I always forget about it too. Savage attacks. That's what it's called.
Gotcha.
When you score a crit, roll 1 additional. Roll 1 dice an additional time and add it to the extra damage.
Yep. All right. Solid. With that, it is obliterated as you bring little bro down, glowing with Hyronius' might, and cleave through this thing. It shatters into shards, crumbles to dust, and it's just a pile of rocks now. You bring back your axe. Make a charisma saving throw. What's little bro's?
Bro?
Yeah.
That is intelligence.
Good. Good enough.
18.
With that, you feel little bro. He bursts into flames and begins to like jostle around in your hands, but you just like, hold him under control.
Got this little bro.
And you see him like the eyes like squint shut. It's like it's okay. Whew. Breathing exercises in and out.
Deep breaths.
And with that, he's calmed down and he goes back out, extinguishes himself, lets go of you, and stands next to you, saying,
"Good job, bro.
Thanks, bro. I did the best I could. It was a lot of work.
Great, man.
But yeah, we'll feel good about this. There's a good start. We can keep going.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. So you continue on through the wasteland. As you're walking, eventually you come upon a large... let me change this ambiance.
Let me just check one thing real quick. So that's not a spell that override. Like, can I cleansing touch my max HP back up?
No. Well,
what would that be considered?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Cleansing touch. How many times can you do that?
Like 5. 4.
I know it's like a really high level paladin thing. I just like want to make sure that it can work.
No, I didn't know it's ends a spell on yourself for one willing creature. I just want to know what the minus was so I could look at what I have and what might be able to remedy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So cleansing touch would not do that. It wasn't a spell. It was just sort of like a passive ability. And it's basically like you do have a really gnarly bruise on one of your arms from it, and that's basically it. So if you if you can do greater restoration, you can get rid of it. But that's it.
Can I do greater restoration? What do you think I am?
Not a cleric.
No, I'm just kidding. Wait, does that go away? I guess I'll find out when I take a long rest.
I guess so.
Alright, let's continue on the way. Is there some greenery around us?
A little bit. So, like, it's mostly dead. There is, like, really scrubby brush here and there that seems to stick out and stay alive.
Okay.
But you keep walking. Again, like Arizona, you know, some scrub brush, tumbleweeds, things like that. What's your passive perception?
15.
Yeah, so you're walking, strolling along, little bro next to you, and all of a sudden you feel like you're kind of like, it's heavy, like walking is hard. You stop and look down, and you see that you're about almost knee deep in sand and gently sinking as you go. You've walked straight into one of these sand pits that you were warned about. What are you going to do?
Let's try and walk back. I'm like, little bro, hop on. We're walking back.
Little bro has not gone in. He stays back. He's like, oh, whoa. He's very light. Make a dexterity saving throw to reverse in the exact same way that you got in. All right.
Damn.
Well, there you go.
Just do a backflip out of that.
No, you pretty much like lean back and take really big steps and find some rocks underneath and get right back out of it. Now you can see, now that you're looking for it, the perimeter of the sand pit, and you begin to skirt it with little bro, continuing in your direction.
I'll take note of that and look out for it for the future.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, little boy's got to keep calm in those situations, you know?
Just keep walking. You continue on for a while, and you just kind of stop to appreciate now and then the beauty, the natural beauty of this strange, desolate place, carved out. As you're walking, one of these walls, these massive mesa walls, is like partially crumbling and destroyed. But you do see, like, as you're glancing up at it, in the stratified walls that have been worn away, a very strange kind of like picture, maybe? It looks like some kind of imprint or something in this massive wall. It's gargantuan. Make an Arcana check.
Choosing all my best ones, look. Alright. Wow. Went from rolling like crap to now we're just nat 20, 19.
Very nice. As you're walking past it and just like looking up, you see that it looks like some strange kind of embedded something embedded in the rock. It looks vaguely like a fossil, a massive creature with like bones that have long since solidified, and you can only see, you know, like a weird sort of partial section view of it. That's why it's kind of strange, but just from that alone, you're like, this is a really big, really dead thing. What it is, you don't know, but it's like the size of a small city. Like, the mass of it is gargantuan. Anyway, you continue on. And make a history check to continue to orient yourself in the right direction. You keep walking, following the best you can, and after a while you come to like a split in the road between going left or right around this large mesa like valley. You don't recall there being a split on the map.
Didn't he say to go right around the mesa?
You feel like that's probably the right way to go, so you pick the right and you continue on. Little bro cheering you on the whole way.
Yeah, bro. I told bro, I'm like, little bro, you think right's the right way? What are you feeling?
He says, Chad, I feel like that's probably a good call, I think the right way is always the right way,
Yeah, bro, let's go. Let's get it done.
Path of righteousness, and he continues on. You keep walking for a while. Eventually, you stumble across a very small and like muddy rivulet of water kind of trickling down from a crevasse off to the right, and you stop and look at it, and you're like, oh, you remember that the cave that these raiders were supposedly hiding out at was a small source of another water area that kind of was a tributary that eventually connected to the main river that you saw back at the city. Seizing upon that and thinking that might be the place to go, you continue on down this side alley following it. With that, it was the right way to go, and you continue on down that trajectory, eventually coming around the corner and seeing it a bit more clear, a little more broad. It's more like a small rivulet of water, not just like dirty, muddy, but like actually clear water trickling through this red sand and dirt. As you approach, though, you see a bit more vegetation here as well. Little bro says, "Smell that, Chad?"
Do I smell something?
Perception check. No.
It's one or the other today.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
No, you do not smell it.
What are you smelling, little bro?
He says, sniffs again, and you watch as like his head morphs into like 8 different noses that are like directing in different ways, and just all of them flaring nostrils, trying to take a deep breath. He says, I think it's just like something cooking. Not sure what. Smells
hey, bro,
like protein.
I'm following you now. Let's go get some of that protein, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. And you continue on. He leads the way, trying to sniff his way to this source of whatever this is. You come around a corner, and you see ahead of you a charred mass of, like, dead animal. It's faintly steaming and blackened heavily. As you walk up to it and look at it, he's like, "Oh, yeah, I found the protein, Chad." And he walks up and starts, like, chewing on the edge of it. He's like, "It's barbecue, right?"
I look around. Do I see someone?
No. You look around, you see there are heavy footprints all around this dead creature. It looks to be some kind of animal. It's charred like it was blasted with like some inferno and died from a result of that. But you don't know what would have done it. You do see footprints, though.
How big are the footprints? Are they like me,
roughly
or...
human-sized? Make a survival check to see that. Yeah, no, it's not great. They're vaguely humanoid shaped.
So, is it like someone blasted it and just left the corpse there? Or
you get the sense from the way that there are like burn marks in a V pattern outwards from one direction of this corpse. Yes, you seem to infer that it was blasted very hard with some fire blast and it died. What it is, you can't quite tell. It looks like some native creature.
Chad will yell out. He'll be like, "Yo, anyone there?"
Make a perception check.
Perception is 16.
You listen for an echo and a reply, but all you hear is your own voice bouncing off the walls in this wasteland. But you do see that there is a fairly consistent kind of trail leading away from this, that you happened upon this trail as you were going. We didn't really see it becoming a trail until you got here. But you look and see that these footprints do mostly go up and down it, and you could probably follow it.
Alright, awesome. I asked little bro, I'm like, "Little bro, you get enough protein, or?"
He's halfway through chewing on his haunch, and he's like, I'll just take it to go, when he yanks off the partially roasted leg of one of this creature. Again, looks like some kind of weird, like, mountain goat type creature. Not entirely sure. But as you keep walking, following the path, little bro finishes it off, chewing on it, and throws the bone off to the side, and hops back onto your arm, getting comfortable. Eventually you come around the corner, and you see maybe 300 feet away, at the end of this like ravine, a small entrance to a cave. The water is trickling out of it, and you see 3 humanoid figures leaning up near the entrance, sort of standing there, keeping guard. You duck back behind the wall. Do you want to go straight up to them?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wave. Hail!
All right. They kind of bolt up to their feet and stare at you with confusion from a distance.
I'll have my hands open. I don't have any weapons or anything.
All right. I'm loading this scene here. Come on now. What's going on? Is it struggling?
It's loaded up for me.
Weird.
Oh, it just went green for me. Never mind.
Well,
take that back. Oh, it's
here.
reloading?
Let me reload my application on my end really quick.
Gotcha.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So do you see the river with the entrance?
I wave. I'm like, hail. I don't have any weapons out.
You see, as you get closer, there are 3 Warforged standing there. 2 with crossbows, like, and swords at their waist. They look pretty rugged, like they're partially sandblasted. They've got, like, rust and weathering on their faces and armor. They casually, like, stand up and begin walking towards you. As they get about, like, I'll say, like, 20, 30 feet away, one of them cocks the crossbow and points it at you, and the other 2 kind of branch off and begin to walk around you. You can't tell. You can't tell from their expressions because they don't really have, again, expressions. They just have these eyes and the general body posture. But you hear from the voice of the one with the crossbow say, "Another fleshy one just walks on up in here like he owns the place. Grab him, boys." And they begin to circle around you.
I say, wait, you might want to hear what I have to say first.
He says, "I am listening to no hunk of meat," and he fires off a crossbow bolt at your face.
Roll initiative?
Yes. Does a 7 hit?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I go on 24.
Alrighty. So
let's try to be
24.
nice.
Yeah, you're first.
Yeah. I'll run up to the one with the crossbow and little bro. I'll have him morph into a sword, and I'm gonna give him a good old. I'll do the dancing axe of giants actually behind him. Wait a second. I don't believe I have a token.
I'll just plop it down for you.
Oh, mine's really laggy for some reason. I'm gonna reload real quick.
Yeah, do it. This one's kind of fancy because it has animated backgrounds, so if it's like too much, it might be lagging.
Yeah, I got the red text that lost connection.
Okay.
So maybe it was when you reloaded it, like I was still in the last instance.
Gotcha.
Though you got the 24, which is strange. Yep, no, we're good now.
Interesting. Yeah, looks like you're frozen on my stream here. I'm gonna fix this really quick. Okay, fixed it. Weird. Okay, so you are up first. You may take your attack.
And I'll yell out very well, and I'm gonna smack him twice, or not twice.
Gosh.
The thing. Nat 20.
Yep.
So I'm assuming both of those hit.
Yeah.
I'll use reaction and use smite 2.
Okay. On the crit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be.
So Chad smack.
You blast him once, doing horrible damage, and the second time you do 73 damage. With the second hit and the crit, you just absolutely obliterate him, blasting him into pieces. You see, as you cleave through, the center, like as it crumples and falls apart and the eyes go dark, there is a blue gem embedded in the center of this dude's torso that as you cut through it, it shatters and like crumbles to pieces. You seem to have destroyed this individual. With that,
I will turn to the other ones and say, I don't want to fight, but I will if I have to.
Make an intimidation check. Actually, no, you're not being intimidating. I guess that's intimidating.
I'll do it. I can roll intimidation.
Okay.
Plus. I'm perfect. Oh. I was like, damn, not 20 again. Oof! Every time. 14. Can I get... never mind. 14 is it good enough?
All right. Yeah. You say that, and they look at each other briefly, and then they both just charge in, screaming with their blades drawn.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action, and... Oh, I can't. Does that work? Is that within? Yeah. And I'll smack one with the axe.
Okay.
12?
Does not hit.
Okay.
All right. I'll say. So with that, they charge towards you. You see, protruding from their forearms are these large blades. Think of an X-Acto knife where you break off the ends as they get dull. It's that basically, but like protruding out of their forearms. And they will attack you with multi-attack. So they will, they'll try and flank to give each other advantage, and then that'll be 1d20 plus arm blade, attack, normal.
I use second level, second level.
So that's one hit. And then a crit on the second hit. Then the other one is going to do... yeah, that's right. Doesn't even matter because adamantite makes me so sad every time. And then second attack, 17, which misses, right? And then another crit, but doesn't matter. So then they do... That's 1, 2, 3 hits. And then... The damage is... No, that's an attack. Clear. Damage. Normal. So 7 plus 5 plus 5. So 17 total slashing damage as they both begin to flank and hack at you, roaring as you defeated their comrade. Your turn.
Alright, I'll attack the one that is flanking me in the axe. I'll do my attacks first. 14?
Does not hit.
Oh my god!
Nope, neither hit.
Alright, and then I'll do the axe. Oh, well, I hit the wrong one. It'll be 9 damage if I hit. 21?
21 hits.
Yeah, 9 damage then.
Okay. Begins to hack
oh, wait, I didn't make my save for little bro.
Oh, right. Roll it.
I'm gonna do my best to not do it.
Right. You want this now.
But, 14.
What is the save for little bro? I think it's like 15, right?
I'm looking that up. Blood Frenzy.
Either way, he gets the flaming...
Oh, it's 18.
Yeah. No, so you go berserk and attack the one that you're already attacking, but like, you have the fire now, the extra, what is it, 2d6?
Yeah.
So add that on top of your damage dice rolls. Okay. Is that your turn then?
Yeah, I mean, I could 2 and a 1, man. Like, I can't do much about that.
Sad. All right.
Wait, I guess I will... No, I guess moving will just give him an extra attack. Yeah, no, I'll just chillin'.
So 23 hits, 20 hits,
Yep.
24 hits, and 19 hits, right?
Yep.
All right. So let's roll it all at once. That's 4d6 plus 12. Total of 23 total damage as they begin to continue hacking on you as you kind of like take it on your armor, trying to get protected.
Yeah.
Your turn. There's a little bro screaming in your head. He's got holding on to it. You feel the blood rage.
I'm attacking the same one. 28.
That'll hit.
I'll just roll the damage and see if this kills him.
Okay.
I'm curious if I way overdid it last time.
So.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty bad. So 1, 2, 2, and 4. So the one that's being attacked by the axe?
Yeah, the one that's being attacked by the axe takes 24 damage from that hit.
24, which is exactly what you needed. He crumples to the ground. His little bro, flaming, just crushes him.
and I'll turn around and smack the other one.
Okay.
Well, I way overdid it with the other one. I just totally just blew him to smithereens.
He had 30 health. You did like 80 damage.
Yeah, I don't think there was a way that he could come out of that one.
That'll do it.
30.
20 plus 2d6.
Yep.
Another 7. Still alive, but barely.
And then the axe
flies over.
There.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, I can't see as the axe, so it's kind of...
Yeah.
And then that's advantage. Gosh darn it. Advantage. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 10 damage.
Alright. Yeah, with that, it's enough, and you cut through the remaining one. It crumbles to the ground, gone.
I say a quick prayer to Heronius for them. Let these bros rest in peace. They knew not what they did.
You stand there briefly over the bodies, and they are unmoving, motionless, but you see ahead of you the entryway to this cavernous space.
I'm gonna can I take a short rest real quick before heading in? Just kind of observe the surroundings.
Sure. Yeah, you lean up against the wall, enjoying the gentle breeze and like the bubbling brook and the greenery here compared to the rest of the wastes. And you take 10 minutes to catch your breath and patch your wounds a bit. Little bro calms down eventually.
Oh, oops. I'll just re-roll that. I wanted to roll one more, but I'll just take the 13. Actually, I can take the whole thing. So I'll roll 5 altogether. Short rest. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Sacred Oath. I can reset maximum HP changes during this short rest, apparently.
Well,
let me look into that real quick.
Is that what feature?
When I click on short rest, recover, I have Sacred Oath, and it says reset maximum HP changes during this rest. Let me look, because I'm actually not familiar with that. So Sacred Oath.
I think that's like a 3rd level thing. Yeah. I think that's fine. Yeah. Because it's not...
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a 3rd level feature. Sure, so you take a short rest, and with that, you feel that you've healed up enough to be able to heal yourself to maximum again.
Sacred. Go by June. Okay, gotcha. Alright, well, I mean, that works out.
Alright.
Yo, little bro, you all ready? Head on in.
He says, ready if you are, Chad, lead the way.
Alright.
He's at the ready as a sword. Go ahead and you can steer Chad there.
Is this waterway, is this the... Am I
entrance?
moving towards the cave entrance?
Yeah, go
Oh, wait,
up.
it's this.
Yeah.
This here?
Yep, so you walk down, and as you go, you see ahead, up to the right, a very tall, like, ladder, or not a ladder, but like a walkway over this gap that goes up to the top right, as well as this river gets deeper and gets like hard to, you can't really walk there anymore without swimming, and then off to the left is a dry path with lots of footprints and like drag marks.
Are we gonna go incognito Chad here?
Can Chad pull that off?
I have disadvantage on every stealth check. I will not pull that off. We're gonna take the dry path.
Alright. You continue on the dry path. You see a flickering fire ahead around the bend, in a small, like, open space.
I'll kind of, like, peek around.
There appears to be just, like, this larger space with, boulders and some, like, small... There's basically no decoration. It just seems to be, like, well lit. And there's a small, like, ladder, or not ladder, but stairs going up to the upper floor. A higher floor.
Take a look.
You go up to the stairs and begin stepping up. As you do, you see around the corner 4 of these individuals currently like digging in the dirt, seemingly like waiting, talking to each other. As you stick your head up and look, they all turn to look at you in confusion at the same time. Do you do or say anything?
Hail, I need to talk to someone.
They go, ah! They charge forward with their daggers and crossbow bolts drawn. Roll initiative.
Oh, oof. Oh, Chad. We'll do it one of these days. Someone will want to talk. I got a 19 on initiative.
Nice. 1 did better than you. Alright. So let's see, who's first? This guy is going to charge over, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to leap down to the bottom of the stairs and block you in, and immediately take multiple attacks on you from that angle. But he can't do that with advantage because no one's there yet. So he's going to just do 2 arm blade attacks. So let's see. 23.
That hit.
And nat 20. God damn.
They both hit.
Okay. So you
only
take...
roll nat 20s against me.
I swear, I'm cursed. Plus...
This armor has paid so many dividends.
Oh, man. So Christine in the chat is yelling at you for not being incognito, which I find entertaining.
What? You think Chad can be incognito? I have disadvantage on every stealth check. Chad would never do. He's just gonna be like, yo, bro, I need to talk to someone in here. I'm looking for a tiefling woman. Can any of you help me? Please?
So, 14 slashing damage. Your turn.
Alright, I'll take the 14. Chad will sigh, I say fine. And he's going to give him a good old smack. 28?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Wait a second, do I have a feature? Did it re-roll? These?
Yeah.
Oh, this new macro isn't are they re-rolling them?
It is. So you roll the 1 and a 3. It re-rolled the 1 as a 1.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna smack him again.
Christine
18.
says I don't ask for much.
Oh my gosh. Does 18 hit?
18 does hit.
Yeah, we're gonna smack him again. 24 damage.
Okay, with that, you obliterate that individual.
Alright, dancing axe to Jack. Can you give the axe sight?
Yeah,
Because I
thought I'd...
Because when I move them to it, like, it does it in a weird spot. Do any of them have a crossbow out?
Yeah, so can you see it now? Like when you click on it? Can you see?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Awesome. Who has a crossbow out?
The 2 side guys. You do see that this person in the middle is a bit, like, larger and has, like, 2 blades, 1 in each arm, and they look a bit more imposing than the other 2.
Okay, I'll hit the dude with the crossbow.
Alright.
Gosh darn it.
Misses. Okay. Stand there. Are you moving at all?
Wait. Can I, like, duck behind cover here?
Yeah, sure. You just, like, stand at the bottom of the staircases out of line of sight
Yo,
of
bros,
them.
I just want to talk. Please don't hit me.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage after you... No, actually, you don't even get to make a check. You just murdered one of their friends.
They charged me!
They did.
Smacked me.
They did, and you murdered them.
I did.
Okay. This guy is gonna run up to you.
Wait, I'm ducking behind there for cover.
Yeah.
So, like,
he's gonna go to the top of the stairs, stabbing down.
Okay.
So it's 2d20.
Wait, does my axe get attacks of opportunity?
No, because it doesn't have a reaction. It doesn't have a reaction, like it's not a creature, right? So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you... Wow, yeah, they're rolling so good. 2 hits, and then...
Damn!
You take 16 slashing damage from that one.
Alright.
The third one
is
going to run and 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, he's going to run and jump down on this side, on the other side of you. And then with that, he gets advantage on his rolls, which give him a total of... Wow. Miss, and then 19? Yeah, so 1 hit. 1 hit
Yeah.
normal. That's 1d6 plus 3. 7 slashing from him.
Okay.
The last individual slowly strides forward. Let me check. Multi-attack. 2 and 3. Alright. It's going to run, jump, do like a flip midair, and land down here next to you. And take 3 attacks on you. Which, from that angle, it can't get advantage, but it will be doing 3 attacks.
Okay.
So let's see. That is a 7.
Just so you know, I'm getting the pop-up of the scimitar and the dagger.
That's fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure you know.
Yeah, 7, 8, and 21. So
21 hits.
normal hits, you take 5 slashing from that. They're all hissing.
Real quick, if someone gets a bonus on crits, like a bonus action, but crits don't affect me, like I'm immune to them, does that just negate that entire ability?
Well, they can still crit against you. You just don't take extra damage, right? So.
Well, I'm completely immune to crits though.
Yeah.
So would that? Okay, never mind. We haven't even gotten there yet, so I was just curious how that would work.
No, so yeah, if someone crits against you, like they still crit. It just doesn't hurt
Mm-hmm.
you any more than it normally would. But if they get some special thing that triggers when they crit, they would get that too.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. First things first. I'll be smacking that dude. I'll smite him once. I'll see what.
The big one.
Yeah.
All right.
So 28, and God darn it. Gosh darn it.
The 15 matches, but then as you're like swinging down towards it, it lifts up one of its swords and parries it. Does not hit.
Okay. Alright, we'll do a 3rd level smite.
37.
37 damage.
Right,
And
seems to
then
do a
axe.
decent hit. Oh, make a intelligence saving throw for. He's flaming. I guess it doesn't really matter because you're going to be attacking everyone anyway.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. Like, but you do have the 2d6 on your hits because he's flaming.
So he takes an additional 5 damage.
Yep.
You know, and I'm gonna make him make the con saving throw
Okay.
on
Let's
hit.
see.
So
Con.
DC 17.
Saving throw. That is a 18.
That passes. All right, and then Dancing Axe of Giants. Did I? Oh, 25. Does that hit?
Yes.
And then we'll just see if I get a nat 20. I don't. So he takes an additional 12 damage.
All right, still alive, barely. Is that your turn?
All right. Yep.
All right. The one on top of the stairs is going to make 2 attacks with advantage. That is a total of 20 and 23. So you take 14 slashing damage from him.
Okay.
The other one at the bottom of the stairs is going to do the exact same thing. That is a 7 and a 14. Wow. So neither hit, even though we have advantage. And then the last guy is going to take 3 attacks without advantage. 15, 20, and 8. It's only 1 hits. Okay, that's 26 plus 3, so a 6 slashing from him.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. I will smack him again with my sword. 25.
Sad.
Plus 2.
So that's 21?
21 damage. Yeah.
That's
Zal's
enough.
coming in with the assist.
Yeah, whoops. No, with that, you managed to crush that one. He crumples to the ground, motionless.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the one that my axe is now behind.
All right.
But I'm gonna do it with Chad first. 31.
Yep. 21 and 11. Nice. Yeah, with that, that's enough to crush that one as well. 2 gone in 1 round.
And then axe. Let me ask you a question real quick. Okay, no crit, but that hits.
8.
8 damage.
Yikes. Yeah, you're dishing it out. This last one is now hemmed in at the top of the stairs. It lashes out trying to defend itself. 2d20. 1 hit, and you take a total of 4 slashing damage. Your turn.
Damage. And then 18.
18 does hit.
26. He takes.
Yeah, more than enough. With that, you crush him, smashing them to bits, and you are now alone in this small, smoky cave with the remains of these 4 warforged around you.
Gosh darn it. I'm gonna bro fist for 40 health.
As you do.
As one does. So I'll use half my pool. Alright, I guess I'll walk this way. We'll move 1 square at a time in case I run across another. I can't see past this bridge, is that supposed to be?
Yeah, keep going. You should be able to walk through it, though.
Oh, okay, awesome, I see.
You see, like, a gently churning river beyond.
Oh, there's another wall here. Okay.
Keep going. You took the direct route, and you see a small staircase going up, another firelit cavern beyond that.
Alright. Just so you know, for some reason I can see out beyond that alcove. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to. Like, I can see that dude standing there.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm supposed
that's okay.
to be able to see him.
No, you're
Okay.
good. I mean, so you're doing what Chad does, right? You're marching up to the front area here.
Yeah.
You see.
Okay. I see. Don't you think I don't see that dude there?
You see all at once as you come around the corner, in this room beyond, a tiefling woman, tied and bound, gagged and thrown in the corner in a dirty heap. And as you step forward for a moment, you do see suddenly a shift and a kind of thunderous movement as a large warforged.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, that's where you've been. I've been looking for you.
As this thing gets up to its feet and like grunts as it steps onto the fire and crushes it underneath its feet, these massive hammers like unfolding from its forearms, it stands there menacingly. This guy steps out. He says, "Oh, in common, you hear about the ransom?"
I've been trying to talk to people, but they keep attacking me. I'm glad you're talking to me. How much is the ransom?
He looks over at the other one and like says something in that language you don't understand, and it kind of steps back a little bit menacingly. He says, well, the agreed upon price on the note that we left is 10,000 gold.
Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. Sorry, I missed the note that you left. Was it in the ransacked room?
Yeah, it was on the desk.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm not too good at that, finding those things. I missed that one. Is there something else I could do for you? I have some other equipment in that, or I don't know. I'd love to come to a peaceful resolution, if possible.
He just kind of like looks at you, confused a little bit. He looks over at the other one. And he's like, just cocks his head. It seems to get excited, and you see like smoke begin to billow out of like some vents along the back of its neck. It goes poof, 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 charging towards you.
I get little bro. I was like, fine.
Roll initiative.
Oh, whatever.
What was your total value?
7.
Still higher than both of them.
What? Are you serious?
They rolled a 4 and a 6.
Oof. That's
all right.
The big oof.
You're up. You see them both. He unsheaths more blades, and the other one with his massive hammers, comes charging towards you.
I'm gonna come up right there. I'm gonna beat him to the charge. That's the big IQ play right there.
All right.
So I'm gonna smite him. If I hit. Oh my gosh, 16, 18?
Okay. Both miss.
Oh, oof. Alright, we'll do axe, dancing axe of giants, whatever.
Alright. Pop that out for you.
Thank you. He keeps coming out without any vision.
Oh, I guess it's because it's not the default. I have to like save it for the default settings.
All good. We'll do it for now. I'll just put him right there. I'll have him smack the one dude. 20. 12 damage.
Yep, that does hit.
If 20 hits.
Yeah, it does. So 12 damage to that guy from your dancing axe. All right, it's gonna dodge around the axe, kind of try to hem you in a bit here to just back you up against the wall, and make 3 attacks against you. No, not 3d6, 3d20. That is a 16, 2 16s.
Nope.
Wow. So you just duck and weave and don't get hit by any of them.
Then, like, bro, come on.
This massive thing comes stomping up towards you. Which one should I do? It's gonna make 2 multi-attacks. So, first attack towards you.
That's a good.
It swings up this giant hammer arm
matches.
and swings it down towards you. You take, let's see, that's the hammer fist. You take 3d8 plus 6, 22 bludgeoning damage.
Holy crap.
Make a strength saving throw.
Finally. I'm gonna roll a nat 1 again. Last time I had to roll a strength saving throw. I just got a nat 1.
Don't jinx it.
Oh wait, error, dice formula? Oh. That's why. I need to... Alright. 18? Does an 18 work? Is that fine still?
Yeah, that's still okay. Oh
okay,
my god.
I was about to say, I was like, that's the closest it can be to a 1.
17 is the save, but...
Oh, so I literally have to get a 1 to fail.
You still have to crit
save.
fail to fail that save. Anyway, you get blasted with this massive hammer arm and take 22 damage, and then it attacks again with its axe hand for a 28.
That hits.
And this time you take 18 slashing damage, and sadly you're not prone, because it didn't knock you prone, so you don't take any additional damage. Sad.
Gotcha.
Your turn.
I'm gonna get up. God damn it.
Ronies, damn it.
Ronies? I'll smack the little dude first. I'm gonna make sure he's dead. 25.
Yep.
20 damage.
Yep. Still kicking. He's pretty beefy.
19.
Yep. 19 damage.
19.
Still alive, yep. 12 misses. And 27 hits. Is that a crit?
20?
That's a crit.
Yep.
God damn it. It always feels
that's
so
on the
bad.
axe, though.
Yeah. So it's 2d.
So-
So 10.
And then no, but I get on crit. Do I get savage attack on this?
No, because again, it's a magic weapon, not you like wielding it.
Gotcha.
So it'd be 17. 5 times 2 plus 7, right?
Yep.
17. Is that enough? Wait. Yeah, that would be enough. So, with that, you hit it twice, it staggers back right into the axe that comes down from above and just cleaves its head in two. It collapses, and the large thing in front of you, this massive warforged, just roars this bellowous, horrible scream. You seem to have upset it. It's going to attack you with its hammer fist. 23.
That hits.
Make a strength saving throw for me.
D20. I want to click every one of these plus 16.
30.
That's a
Good
30.
enough. Solid. You take 18 bludgeoning damage. It's then going to attack you again. 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 21 slashing damage, and that's it.
That might actually kill me.
Your turn.
All right.
Options.
Yeah, because I'm at 28 health. I'm going to heal myself for 40.
All right. It's an action.
It's my action.
All right.
And then I'm going to Dancing Axe over here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That'll be the... Oh, shoot. And I got rid of the macro somehow.
Misses.
16
misses.
and a miss. Okay.
All right. That's your full action.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Its turn. First hammer attack, 22 to hit. Second axe attack, crit fail. So you make a strength saving throw.
Here, I'll just roll it on here because I can do it one. Or I guess I can. 18 again.
Yeah, you're fine. Anything that's not a crit fail. So you take 3d8 bludgeoning, 23 bludgeoning damage. Your turn.
All right, I'm gonna hit it twice, smiting.
All right.
4.
Level 4. Nat 20. Goddamn.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we like to see here.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right.
Okay,
if only I could do the double smite still, I could nuke this thing so hard.
Yeah.
Alright, so Chad smite, level 4. Smite that.
So -7 is
Oh, and wait real quick. / roll an extra, and I can. It actually just says reroll another dice. I'm gonna roll a d8.
okay.
1.
Of
course. It's
Don't forget your 2d6 from Little Bro, who's on fire because you killed.
I did, but I killed it with the axe, not Little Bro.
That's true. Okay.
So, I don't think technically he's on fire.
Yeah, you're right.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so that's 33 times 2, which is 66 plus 7, which is 73 plus 1, 74. From that one crit. Oof.
74. And like most of that is
Radiant slashing.
Yeah, radiant.
Yeah, it doesn't have any resistances to that, so you're good.
So
that was the first hit.
Sure. Yeah, that was hit number 1. Oh, and I have to charges. I already used that on Little Bro. And then hit number 2.
20.
20 damage.
All right, starting to look kind of rough from that
And
onslaught.
Then the axe.
That hits.
21.
Another 11 damage. Still alive, but barely. All right. Okay.
That's the nat 20 where you need it.
Yeah, no kidding. So it's going to try and make 2 attacks. 9, 21, and 16. So 1 hit.
16 misses. Yep.
With the hammer fist, you take 14 bludgeoning damage. Strength saving throw.
You know, I really like clicking this 16 times. It feels really satisfying.
You rolled another 2. Oh my god.
See, I rolled 3 2s against his strength saving throw.
Yeah, real nice.
What? Out of curiosity, what happens if I fail it? Just
You
maybe
fall.
we could wait till after the fight, but
Yeah, we'll tell you after. So, you don't fail. Your turn.
all right, we're smacking him. 22,
22 hits.
31.
That hits. 27 and 19. With the last hit, you crush it to the ground.
Wait, I guess I didn't say it beforehand. Shoot.
What?
I want to try it. Can I attack once and then attack with the axe?
Sure. Misses.
15. All right.
No, with the second hit though, you do finish it off. What do you want? How do you want to finish it off?
Just I cleave it in 2, I guess.
All right.
I have to. Dude, I'm really nervous about this saving throw here.
Yeah, make an intelligence saving throw.
Please don't. Okay, awesome. We're Gucci. We're Gucci.
Oh man.
I was like, if I just obliterate this librarian.
Poor tied-up woman. That would be quite the dilemma. Anyway, with that, little bro reins it in, and you call back your axe. You see the muffled and bound lady in the corner just wriggling and looking at you with her mouth gagged, just like,
I'll be like, one sec, that was kind of rough. I'm gonna go and like pop a seat next to her and like take a load off and like have little bro. I'm like, hey, little bro, good fight. And I'll give him a fist bump and I'll like reach over and like untie her mouth. I'm like, I've been looking for you. It's been a bit of a journey. Let me, little bro, you mind undoing her restraints?
Little bro's like, yeah, sure. He walks over and grows several more like maws, and they start chewing on the thing. She's like, ah, oh, what is that?
He's cool. He's cool. Well, he's my little bro.
Is he? He looks like a big problem to me.
By the way, my name's Chad Brohart. I'm a paladin of Heronius.
Up till now, she's been like very distracted and like obviously tired and worn out and confused, and just like been watching this huge battle right in front of her. Stressed. As soon as you say Hyronius, she like whips her head over to you and says, "Paladin of Hyronius, here."
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's me, Chad Brohart.
Oh, excellent.
And little bro.
Oh, did you get my message?
Did little bro finish?
Yeah, he gnaws through the rest of the rope, and she sits upright and stretches.
Yeah. And I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna take a short rest real quick and roll like 5d10.
You do the short rest. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick.
Okay. I will do the same, actually.
If you're still watching, thanks for sticking with it. Chad is an absolute tank.
Got some fresh banana bread here.
Excellent.
Could pass it up.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, so got 38 hit points back.
You are. Yeah, you heal up. As you do, Zerissa, who you assume to be this individual, she has white hair, large curled purplish horns, and like a lilac blue kind of skin hue. She kind of like, she looks fairly weak and underfed. She says, as you're resting, got any food on you? It's been a couple days.
I'll grab the rations I got from her place and give it to her.
She like digs into it, pulls it out, and says, "These are mine."
So I was running low on rations and didn't have any ration stops, so this is all I could come by.
shakes her head, continues to eat it. And she scarfs it down, all of it, as fast as she can. And she finishes eating as you finish your short rest. Says, "Oh,
did you need more food?"
I'll be okay for now. That was filling, hearty food. All right. So you are a paladin of Hyronius, you say?
Yes.
I'm glad to see that you've made your way here. How did you find me? They left a note. These ruffians left a note trying to get some kind of ransom out of the people at the Ioun's depository.
We didn't see the note, but the one dude just surmised that you'd probably be here, and I wandered over and got attacked and figured it was the right place.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you made your way here. I've been wanting to speak with a member of your order for some time. I have a matter of fairly important urgency to speak about, I think.
Yes, I saw you in my vision, so I figured you'd know much about the fist.
Vision?
Vision from Hyronius. I asked him where the rest of the fists were. I'm collecting them to put away in safekeeping.
Oh, you mentioned the fist, and she's just like, I see. Well, let's get somewhere safe, and then we can discuss this in private.
Alright.
Alright. Lead the way?
Very well. And I start walking out.
Okay. You walk back the way you came, and escort her back safely through the rest of the caves, back out into the setting sun.
Past all the heaps of Warforged.
Yeah, as you go, she glances over at these individuals as you pass them. Said, "Did you do all this yourself?"
Yeah, I tried to talk to all of them, but they weren't much to harsh words.
Oh, tell me about it. I tried talking to them a while back and convincing them what they were doing was wrong and that they didn't need to do it, but they just gagged me. They've got it in their heads that all outsiders are alike, and that a few bad experiences with some bad apples means that people like myself or you are clearly a threat.
This probably won't be good for that reputation either. I apologize for any further inconvenience this causes.
That's true. Perhaps I've spent my welcome in Areopolis by now. I've been here for several years researching this item. She glances around. But I believe it's best that we make it back to town and back to my apartment. If you're able to take on all these individuals by yourself, I think we should be safe to go through the desert again.
Yeah, last time there was a rock golem out there or something like that. I don't know. It tried to attack me, so just keep a lookout. Quicksand as well.
There's an interesting number of things out in the wilderness. Yes.
Oh, and I'd be like, oh yeah, and this is, I'll assume Little Bro's walking next to us. I'm like, oh yeah, this is Little Bro.
She glances down at him and says, very curious creature. Where do you hail from? Little Bro says, oh, I don't know. I just woke up in a vat one day, and then Chad rescued me, and then I became a total bro, and now I've got gains. And he flexes. She's like, wow, that's interesting. That's a very unique life story. We can discuss all this in time, but for now, let's make haste before it gets too dark. The desert gets very cold at night and not terribly safe. Onward.
Let us go.
So, you return to the
I do my best to retrace the steps and miss the quicksand.
Right. Yeah, you go back the way you came. Make a history check as you go.
Oh boy.
With advantage, since you've already been through here today.
Oh.
Solid.
8?
You go, and you get past the sand pits. At this point, the sun sets, and it rapidly begins to get colder. You go from 90 degrees to 70 to 50, and as it gets darker and darker as the hour drags on, you start to get you see your breath begin to chill and frost in the air in front of you.
Hey, yo, you wanna? Are you good at running?
She like is shivering and looks over at you and says, "No."
Oh, I say, "Oh, you look a little cold," and I'm like, "You can use this for now." And I hand her the ring of like frost.
Yep, you take the ring of warmth. She looks at it and says, curious thing. Useful in this situation, puts it on and attunes to it. After a few minutes, she seems to straighten up and seems comfortable. But Chad, you're beginning to feel the cold as well. Make a con saving throw.
24.
24. Yeah, you shrug it off, doing a light jog to keep yourself warm as you walk back towards...
Oh. I see if she wants to hop on my back so I can, like, run, you know, get a little workout in, too.
She says, if you don't mind, I'm a little worn out from my days of exhaustion. Make a strength check with disadvantage to pull her on your back and go for a jog for a while. Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a, 23.
You had the crits today.
Yeah.
Yeah, your distribution is not normal. It's like exponential towards high rolls. Actually, no, it's like an inverted normal distribution.
No.
It's like 1s and 20s. Anyway.
That's it.
You put her on your back.
Oh,
and
what did that dude do if I failed the strength saving throw?
Right, he would have just knocked you prone, and then the next attack with the axe would have done like an additional 3d10 damage on prone targets. So, yeah.
I would have been dead.
Well, it's a strength saving throw, so... Yep.
Hot.
That was a pretty brutal thing to take on 101. I think only Chad could have handled that in your party with that. Yeah. So.
Probably.
You continue on.
Well, Chad's problem is he's either highly effective or completely ineffective in a battle.
Yeah. But it gets
There's
dark.
very little in between.
Actually dark. And she waves her hand, and you see glowing lights begin to circle around you to light the way. She says, do you know where you're going as you're jogging along in the darkness, avoiding sand pits?
Roughly.
How confident are you with that?
Not very.
Excellent. Lead on. She just holds on as you keep jogging, looking for familiar outcroppings.
I do have dark vision, 60 feet, if that helps.
Yeah, you don't need the lights. It seems like she doesn't either, but she just wants to be able to see the way. You keep going. What's your passive perception again?
15.
15. Yeah, you're just jogging through this like canyon area, heading the direction you think you should be going, and you hear rocks tumbling down from the top of the canyon nearby, like not a landslide, but just like something displaced a few rocks, and they clatter down into the canyon. She looks around.
I'll look over. Do I
make a perception check?
What's perception?
Oh my god. You glance up and you see for half a moment this massive, almost wolf-like face, but with no fur, just a leathery gray skin. You see 6 glowing yellow eyes on the face with large teeth kind of protruding around it, glancing down from the top of this cavern wall. It is massive, and as you glance up at it, you see it snarl and pull back away from the edge of the cliff face.
Can I make an intimidation roll?
You don't see it, but it may return.
I'll keep an eye out for it. I asked her, I'm like, do you know, did you see the wolf thing there? Are they pretty dangerous, or...?
She says, a wolf thing? Can you describe it?
Yeah, it looks like a wolf. It had like 6 eyes, kind of hairless.
You see on her face, for the first time, a slight expression of fear. She says, well, there are rumors of gray renders in the waste, but I've never heard of anyone encountering one and coming back alive.
Maybe we'll be the first.
Carry on.
Yep, and I'll keep jogging.
Okay, keeps jogging. After another 15 minutes or so, you hear a rustling in the bushes nearby. You glance over, and a little rabbit comes like crawling out of the bushes and comes across your path. Very cute. And as you like get ready to move on, all of a sudden, From high up atop one of these nearby mesas, this massive, hulking, muscular creature slams down into the road in front of you, standing there blocking your way.
Can I quickly cast Death Ward on myself?
Yeah, sure. Give you a surprise round. You cast Death Ward, you drop Zerissa, and she jumps away from you like, ah! Kill it!
I say stay back, and I'll be like, little bro, let's go.
Alright. Going back to this other battle map.
69 health, that's what I want to start at.
Perfect. Alright. Let me set this up right. Emit.
I wonder if it's sensitive to daylight. I'll quickly ask, do these things only come out at night?
She says, I have no idea, I don't study the biology around here. And she begins like digging around in her pockets, searching for something. Okay, roll initiative for me.
$23.
Nice. You're first. As this thing snarls at you, you have Death Ward on.
Gonna run up and smack it. I don't know why I had to. Gosh darn it! Okay, that one. 28.
Yes, that will hit.
23.
23 damage. With that, you smack it once, and it flinches and immediately lashes out in retaliation from being hit. That's going to be a random creature, one attack with its claws. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
You take 15 slashing damage.
Oh, 30. I didn't mean to heal. There we go. Alright, and then I'll have the axe behind it.
Alright, you bring forth the axe.
And that is a 24.
That will hit.
12 damage.
Alright. You slash at it. It roars a horrible yell. And it will begin to do nothing because it's Zerissa's turn. Let's see. Zerissa is going to finish digging around in her pockets and whip out what looks like a wand. What does she want to do here? No, we're going to go with... That wouldn't be helpful in this case. Yeah, she's just going to cast Lightning Bolt with her Wand of Lightning Bolts at, let's say, 6th level.
Alright.
Alright, so with that, 11d6, 39 lightning damage. It's going to make a save. 1d20. It rolls a 12 plus... Wand of Lightning Bolts is a... What kind of save? Dex 15. It's not its strong suit. So that is a 13. It fails. So it takes 39 lightning damage. As she like runs off to the side to avoid hitting you, and just blasts off lightning past and through this thing.
I'm going to turn the stream off. I don't want to see the sheets for it.
Oh, that's fine. So, like, as you do that, you hear her yell as the lightning crackles over its body and it howls in pain. She says, I can still take care of myself, you know. That's her turn. It is going to attack you 3 times.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Let's do 3 attacks. 20. Let's see. Ooh. It's a nat 20 and a 19 and a 16. Sad. Yeah, so all those hit. So that's First attack is a bite. Make a strength saving throw.
You know, I would appreciate you tailoring these encounters towards Chad.
Oh. Good enough.
25.
So you take 15 piercing damage, but you're not knocked prone. Honest to God, I did not know that this thing makes you do strength saving throws. This was not my intention with this. Then it already hit you with both of these. You take an additional 26 total slashing damage from the other 2 claw attacks as it roars and stomps on you.
I might be dead.
Wailing on you, trying to just destroy you. Your turn.
That's getting close. As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word at 3rd level.
Okay.
Alright, so that's 10 HP. That may be enough. Then I'm going to smack it twice. One of them is going to be a smite. I'm going to use my last... I'll use 2nd level smite.
Alright. 15.
15. 28.
So 15 misses, 28 hits. So you're smiting
41.
there. 41. Alright. You slash at it again, and it roars in pain, still alive. Christine says, "Be smart, Chad. Use your head."
Yeah, I can't exactly run away from this thing, just so you know. Like, it looks like you can outrun me, and I'm almost dead.
Zerissa is going to reach out, and you see, like, arcane runes flicker around her fingers for a moment, and then she flashes outward, and they flicker around its head, swirling around it, its eyes blink in confusion. It's going to make a wisdom saving throw, which is a 17. No additional
How beat up
damage.
does it look?
It's getting there. It's about 50-50.
Alright.
Yeah, it's -2 though. It has -2 on its wisdom save. Savage. Ouch. Well, it fails then. It would have succeeded otherwise. With that, you see it lock up, its muscles all tense, its eyes flickering in confusion out of alignment. She says, "Get it! I'm holding it still!"
Alright. I'm gonna smack it again and smite it at 2nd level.
Go for it. Nat 20. Goddamn. How many 20s is that? That's like your 8th 20 tonight.
Alright, I guess does a 15 hit while it's restrained?
No, it doesn't.
Alright. Do I have
Actually,
advantage on restrained targets?
I would say it's paralyzed, so like... I would say yeah. I would say a melee attack would have advantage on a paralyzed target.
Alright, well here's the smite.
Alright, so...
Oh, and I roll...
It's 44 plus 7, so 51.
1d8. Plus another 7.
Still alive.
Because it's a crit. So that... Wait, real quick. So the 7's also... So plus 14 to whatever you had.
Yes. Yes.
It's still alive?
Yep.
How
It
beat
looks
up does it
bad.
look?
It looks super bad.
I'm gonna hit it with my axe first.
Alright.
Oh, oof. I always clicked the wrong one. Oh, advantage, though. Come on. You stupid axe! I hate you. Alright, the other one has advantage. 27.
Yeah, that is.
17 damage.
From...
My sword.
Okay, yeah. So, as you're hacking at it, she's like, "I can't hold it much longer!" You see the spell breaks, and it rips free, rearing up, roaring, and with that, the hatchet comes from behind, hits it in the ankle, and it, like, staggers a bit, and you see your opportunity, lunging forward, and how do you want to do it?
Oh, I'm gonna, like... I kind of want to stab it through the heart and have it fall on me, so I'm pinned. But... let's just like get a good clean head chop here, just like you know,
right. Yeah.
see the instant.
You sweep up, hit it in the neck, and you see it like gurgle and stagger, and you bring over one massive arc, cleaving its head from its shoulders as it collapses to the ground in a giant gray heap. With that, little bro bursts into flames. Make an intelligence saving throw.
And I'm like, little bro, help me out here. God.
Oh man, you're getting so good on these. You're
These
lucky
are
when
so
you need
tense.
it. Lucky when you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
it. With that, little bro,
And I'm like,
the flames like sputter and go out. He's like, I'm with you, bro. I'm here.
thanks, dog. I believe in you. I'm gonna call the axe back.
All right. With that, it
Good
lies
work
dead
there.
at your feet. A purplish.
I give her a little fist bump.
She walks over and says, "You're good in a fight. I can hold my own, though."
Gosh dang, I've been in one fight after another today. It's no rest for the wicked, I guess.
Where are we? Do you actually know where we are?
Does this look like the cove that I fought the rock golem? Like, do I see it? No.
Oh, you don't know where you are. You've lost track.
I have no idea, especially after that.
I thought as much. Give me a moment. She scrabbles around on the ground, like picks up a rock, looks at it, tosses it, throws it. After a couple minutes, she finds a small little like piece of pebble. She's like, "Oh, this'll do." She mumbles over it, floats up, and begins to spin rapidly in her hand, and then stops, like kind of wavering in a certain direction. We're going this way, and she points like at a 90-degree angle to where you were headed. She says, "I think we've overshot it, but follow me." And she begins to lead
Alright,
you.
hop on my back.
All right.
Put it
She
up
hops
in
back
front,
on.
and I'll run.
Make another strength check for me. Crushing
Got
it.
all loosed up.
Yeah, no, you're feeling it today. So you keep going. After another hour, you eventually come around the corner. You do see the dim blue light emanating outwards from where this city, at the center of all this, lies. You jog towards it with Zerissa on your back, and eventually arrive back at New Uriopolis. As you walk up to the gates, you see the same exchange happen. The guards yell down and halt you, but upon seeing you with Zerissa, they recognize her, and they recognize you from earlier that same day. They let you in without much effort, and Zerissa escorts you back to Ioun's depository. And on the way there, she doesn't say much. She seems pretty tired, but leads you up to the place where you originally were. I'll turn this back to world map. So
Awesome.
No. Too much music. There we go. So you go back to that cathedral-like building, and she looks you into the room, and she looks around her room now that you've returned. She just like sighs deeply and says, "Ugh, all this research partially messed up. I'm gonna have to reorganize all these things. It'll take a week at least." And she says, "Did you not see this?" She walks over to the desk, and like folded like right in the center atop most of things have been cleared away. You see like a handwritten note in common that says like, "Bring 10,000 gold to the caves northwest of town if you want to see your historian again."
I guess not. Like, I wasn't the. Oh, damn. Yeah, no. Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Well, nevertheless, I thank you for your help today, Sir Chad.
Yeah, bro, anytime.
1 second. She goes over to the door, closes it, locks it, casts a spell, like she traces like a piece of chalk around the perimeter, and you see it glow and disappear. She says, "I think we should have privacy for the night."
And I'm gonna quickly cast heal wounds at or healing word at, or whichever the ones, cure wounds at 2nd level.
All right.
So I'm not at like no HP whatsoever.
Solid.
15. Awesome.
Whew.
Close up some of those wounds, you know.
So she leans against one of like the less destroyed pieces of furniture, and she says, "So, the Paladin of Hyronius, finally in front of me. For whatever reason, your order is sort of hard to find. I didn't really realize that you. I feel stupid, actually. So I was originally in Crystallia, and I found this item there, and seeking to protect it, I fled all the way here, safely away from that man who wanted it. But now that I got here and I started looking into it and found out who I could potentially contact about this, I felt very silly, and there was a branch in Crystalia that whole time. But I couldn't return there; it was too dangerous. So I've
May I
bided my
ask who this
time.
man was that wants to gather them?
Yes, he was an ambassador, I believe. He commissioned me and some of my friends a while back when I found this item to find it in the desert around Crystalia and bring it back to him. He was an ambassador to the Reznor Dominion. He had a lot of influence at the time, I believe.
Okay, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Was Ambassador
I'm
Vrain,
sure.
perhaps? I believe that was his name.
Out of game. That's the dude we killed, right?
Yep, that was the dude you killed.
Yeah. No, he had two fists.
He had two.
Yeah.
I only gave him one. That was unfortunate. I've carried that guilt for a while. It was merely a adventure for me and my friends at the time. We went to these ruins deep in the heart of the desert and delved pretty deep. It was a very old ruin to a shrine to Hieronius, I believe, from a bygone age. But while there, we discovered two of these fists, if you will, and brought them back. He only requested one, however. It's only one he was given. The other I kept, and I've kept this whole time. I've only really begun to understand its significance since then, when I came here and began to study it. It's a troublesome item, to be sure. I've long been afraid that the ambassador and the Reznor potentially could harness it for evil. I'm glad to hear that he is. Well, you say you know who he is. Has that been dealt with? Is it safe?
Oh yeah, you have no need to fear that anymore. It has been dealt with.
I'm glad to hear it. So I've kept this safe for this long because I don't trust anyone else with it. My companions and I parted some time after that, and I've been here all alone ever since. I am afraid of giving it away to any person. I fear for what it could do in the world. It's been talking to me recently. I keep it hidden away in a pocket dimension, and she pulls out what looks like a bag of holding, essentially.
Yeah.
She says, I keep it in here, but even there it seems to leach out. Recently my night's rests have been troubled, and I've just felt this heaviness about me, and I'd like to be rid of it, if possible. I feel as if it's growing more desperate.
Yeah, bro, I know what you mean. I've gone through that. I've carried a few of those at a time. It's not pleasant. You did the right thing, though, bro. Thank you very much, and I give her a fist bump. I'm like, I can relieve you of that, and take care of it. Make sure it goes to the right place.
And she looks at you and says, where would be the right place?
I feel it's not safe to tell everyone where it is, but it's a place where the chapter, where the paladins keep many dangerous things, far away from those who might misuse them.
She nods slowly and says, that sounds convincing enough, but how can I trust you? What word or proof can you offer?
Very, very good state. I don't know. Is there something I could do to prove to you I'm a paladin of Hieronius?
She says, well, I mean, you certainly look the part.
I mean, do you want to travel with me to the place? I don't know. Just a word of warning, if you're evil, you'll burst into flames.
She cocks her head and says, no, I don't believe I'm evil.
Alright, we'll find out.
Alright.
I trust you, bro.
She seems conflicted. Okay. So what next? If I can take it to this place that's truly safe, as you say, I'm happy to turn it over to a better authority than I, but I don't know what to do with it in the meantime.
Well, let's see. Can I do anything that might help her or prove to her that I'm a paladin of Hieronius?
I mean, you obviously look the part.
Perhaps,
you have it tattooed on your arm.
Perhaps if I summon my trusty steed, you can see him. He's pretty chill too.
She says, I don't think that's necessary. How about this? We travel together to this place you speak of, and I will turn it over to whoever you think is best suited for it there. But until then, I'd rather keep it in my safekeeping. I've carried it for so long, I'm not certain I could part with it so easily.
I give her a slap on the back. I'm like,
she staggers forward,
oh, I'm sorry, a bit rough. No, yeah, I like your gusto in keeping it safe. Just make sure, nothing happens. It might become extremely desperate now that I'm here. Just a word of fair warning. I've already put quite a few of these away, and there aren't many remaining on this plane.
She nods slowly. I see. Well, perhaps we can deal with it in the morning, then. I need to eat and sleep. I'm rather exhausted.
Is there food here somewhere?
Yes, we can have one of the acolytes bring something. She goes out in the hallway, and 5 minutes later returns with a large, tray covered in edible food. It's not, great stuff. It's just really simple fare. She says they mainly feed this to their mounts, but they spare plenty extra for me. Plenty of protein.
Awesome. Also, if it's, I would like to stay close by, just in case something happens. Would you be, opposed to that?
No, that's certainly fine. You're welcome to rest here tonight in this room. If I just clean it up a little bit, she begins, knocking stuff off of the furniture, trying to, push things together and make a semblance of a couch and a bed. She sleeps in a cot, and she climbs into bed and says, if it's all right with you, I'm just about to fall over standing up here. I need to go to sleep.
That is all good. I will talk with you in the morning. Just let me know if you need any assistance.
Very good. Good night, sir. Chad.
Perhaps this will help you to fall asleep. I cast protection from evil on her.
All right.
It lasts for 10 minutes, but maybe it'll...
She says, thank you. I appreciate the gesture. And she does rapidly fall asleep. Took her about 30 seconds. She's out.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Chad will fall asleep too.
All right. You lay down and...
Actually, I'll cast it one more time. Divine Sense.
You cast Divine Sense, and as your protection from good and evil wears off, a foul odor, if you will, begins to roll off of Zerissa, emanating from, in particular, her satchel pouch that she keeps at her side at all times. You get the sense that fist is here, and it is in that location. That lingering smell you detect earlier is what has sort of permeated into space. Despite it being in this pocket dimension, it still manages to ooze through with time. It's less than when you're holding it in your hands, but you know it's here.
I know what it's like, yeah. So I guess I'll start and take a long rest.
All right, long rest it is.
I'll sleep close enough to her that she will get my buff.
Okay. Yeah. Chad, as you're sleeping, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oof. 11?
11. You are sleeping soundly, and your dreams begin to be unsettling. You see darkness, and you just feel like you hear things trying to get your attention. They're like, hey, Chad Brohart, Chad Brohart. You're like, what? Who? And as you're dealing with that, it's very strange because it seems like you're being sort of bombarded with this negative energy. You just feel like you're uncomfortable. You're just swimming in this darkness. You just feel like you need to just get away from it, wake up perhaps, and that's when a very, very small light breaks through the darkness, and it just whispers that to you. Wake up, Chad.
Right. I'll do my best to wake up, I guess.
Make a con save. You gotta fail the con save.
Nat 20.
Okay, well, you rolled a nat 20, so it's so good that you have perfect control over your bodily function.
I have sick gains in the mind too, bro.
Yes, exactly. With that, you just like force yourself back to wakefulness, and as you roll up and look over, you see little bro crouching on top of Zerissa, who is still asleep, holding the pouch in his hands, just kind of staring at it. He has 9 or 10 eyes fixated on this pouch, and he's just kind of holding it. You're across the room, maybe 20 feet away, and he's just kind of staring at it, motionless.
I'm like, little bro.
One of the eyes flicks up towards you and says, "Hey, Chad."
Come on back here.
What for?
Chad will slowly get up. He's like, I know what it's like, little bro.
So you're getting
Temptation. Yeah. And I guess I would be within 10 feet. Because that would be the... Or 5... Let me double check. Because that's the range of my thing. I'll be like, little bro. I know the temptation of the fist. It's plagued me much. Please choose the path of the bro.
You see him like twitch a bit as seems like he's trying on some level to like will himself to like put it down, but he
I know you can
can't.
do it, bro.
Make a persuasion check.
12.
A couple of the eyes that were like focused on you look back towards the satchel, and he says, "Yeah, but like last time, you were the one who delivered it to the monastery. Like this time, I feel like maybe I could help. You know?"
Well, this time, she said she wanted to do it, but if you want, you can do the last one.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. I want to do that. And he reaches one of his arms inside the bag and he pulls it out. And you see now, as he stands there looking at it, just like curious, the forearm of a hand.
I lunge forward. I'm like, little bro, don't do it.
Make a
please
dexterity.
Bro.
Make a sleight of hand check to grab it from him. He is going to jerk away.
7.
He's gonna roll. He's gonna make a dex save. You rolled an 8 plus whatever his dex would be. So
yeah.
With that, he darts away and runs to the corner of the room. At this point, Zerissa like gets up. She's like, "What's going on?" And you're now like 10 feet away from little bro. He has like 3 arms and like 2 legs, and he's kind of like pressed up against the wall, holding it, clutching it to his chest. And he like looks at it again. You see, there's like the eyes are like twitching. There's a conflict going on. He's like, I should deliver it to them myself. I should do it. It should be me.
Alright, little bro. Just, set the fist down for now.
He says, yeah, set it down. Set down the fist. He continues to stare at it. Make a persuasion check, Chad.
Oh, no. Oh, man. The worst time. I'm like, little bro.
You say, set it down. He looks up at you with all of his eyes. He says, I can't. He's gonna turn. He's gonna run out the door.
I'm gonna run after him.
Okay. Make an athletics check as he attempts to scramble away.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I find this hilarious that you've used all of your good rolls now, and it's nothing but absolute trash at this critical moment.
Oh my, it's just garbage. After just more garbage.
Alright, you see him scampering away. You dash through the door, and Zerissa right behind you. He lunges over the railing and lands down on the main floor. A couple of the acolytes look over in confusion. He scurries around. You hop over the railing to chase him. You're about 15 feet away, but you're running out at the same pace. He scurries, he darts for the main door. Make another athletics check.
Come on, just don't roll a 2.
19.
I thought that was gonna roll back on the 1. It was like, oh.
Okay, so as he runs for the door, you sprint after him. You manage to scoop him up under his arms and like lift him in the air. He's squirming. What are you gonna do at this moment? Otherwise, he's gonna try and escape.
I'm going to be like, little bro, don't do it. I'm gonna give him a hug. My bro, I love you, man. Don't do it.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Nat 20, there it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
So with that, as he's struggling in your arms, you feel him like start to melt as he's trying to like ooze around your arms. You just give him a hug and pull him in and say, "Bro, no, it's not worth it. Just let it go." And the struggling stops. You feel him like kind of tense in your arms, and slowly he relaxes and goes limp. And you just hear the clank as the fist drops to the ground in front of you. And he turns around. Doesn't really turn around. He's kind of like, mushes his body around to face you, and you feel like two of his arms wrap around you, and he slowly gives you his weird little tiny person hug back, and you feel this like sadness emanating from him as he says, "I'm sorry, Chad. It's so hard."
Bro. It's alright, bro. I'm here for you. You know that. I'm always here for you, bro.
You hug it out. As Zerissa walks up, you hear her pick up the fist and put it into the bag. She says, she doesn't say anything. She just like looks at you with a guarded expression. As you hug little bro and walk back up to the room, eventually going back into the room, little bro lets go and goes and sits in the corner, kind of sulking. Not angry, but just sort of like sad and confused. She sits in the opposite corner of the room, looking at both of you. Mm-hmm. Says, "Is it safe to sleep with that creature nearby?"
Yes, it will be. Little bro, it may be, the power of that artifact is very great.
Little bro,
I don't know if it has...
Little bro speaks up. He says, "It told me that you wouldn't always be there, Chad. You always be there, right?"
Yeah, bro. You know that's a lie when he says that. I'll always be there for you. You're my bro. And I give him a fist bump.
He hesitantly returns and he says, it said that like we can't win because you're always fighting, but like you're gonna lose eventually. You can't win forever.
Yo, bro. All we do is win here. That's what bros do. We go by winning, and we just got one more fist to go.
He says, "Yeah, you're right. We've won 5 times out of 6 so far. We haven't even had a chance to lose on the 6th one yet, so yeah. Yeah, screw him!" And like little bro gets all like puffed up. You see his eyes kind of going everywhere. He says, "Yeah, I don't care what he has to say. I trust my bro. I believe in you, and I believe in me, Chad." And he like goes and like grabs your leg and gives your leg a hug. And he says, "Let's go to bed. I'm tired."
Yeah, bro. And I pat him on the back. I'm like, that's how we get through this. That's how he doesn't have any bros. That's why he's all messed up.
Zerissa slowly nods and says, "Well, I hope that he comes to understand that all a little better in the future. Good night." And she like goes in the back corner, sits on top of the bag, sitting on it with her back to the wall, propped up, and like closes her eyes and goes back to sleep. Whether or not she's sleeping, you don't entirely know, but
yeah, I'll try and get some Z's. I'm like,
yeah. So with that, you actually lay down and close your eyes and actually go to sleep with little bro nestled in your arms. The rest of your dreams that night are uneventful, calm, peaceful, serene. And the next morning you wake up with Galaxia's voice in your head. "Good morning, Chad. How are things? Hope everything's fine. If you have an update, let me know and I can come and try and get you." You can reply to this message.
I'll send back. I'm like, "We got the fist. We're all good to go."
She sends again, "Wow, you got another fist? That was quick. Wow, I'll be over as soon as I can. Let me try." And then she stops. You wait for a few hours, and then about 3 hours later, you hear her send to you again. You and Zerissa and little bro are eating a breakfast of like simple bread and steak. We have a lot of steak here. You hear sending in your head an exhausted Galaxia like, oh, it's so hot. Oh my goodness. I'm here. Where are you? I'm at the door. They don't want to let me in. They don't know who I am.
I'll just send. I'll be like, I'll be right there. And I'll turn to Zerissa. I'll be like, yeah, we're right here at the front door. You mind grabbing this to go?
All right, let's be on our way. I want to come back to here after we're done, but until then, let's go. And you leave and are walking through the city. She looks around as you go and says, "It's been my first time out of the city in a while. Intentionally traveling, I should say.
Yeah.
Hope your friend is good at what she does, traveling, and whatnot."
Yeah, she's pretty good at it.
Galaxia sends you as you're getting near the gate. Says, "I hope you're not dead because I can't revive you again."
I'll send back. I'm like, don't worry. Only got close.
Right. You're let out through the gates. You see Galaxia there, drenched in sweat, holding her trident, looking impatient. She says, "Well, if we have another fist, let's drop it off."
I'll be like, yeah, this is. I'll introduce Zerissa. I'll be like, yeah, she's the person that was holding on to the fist.
She nods and says,
so she wants to come to the monastery and drop it off.
Friends are good. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Galaxia Elsinore of Uthorim, and Zerissa bows and says, "Hello, I'm Zerissa, humble researcher around these parts." You all gather up, go outside the city, and Galaxia has you hold onto each other's hands and says, "Well, let's be off to the monastery." Together, all three of you teleport away to the shrine to Aegir in the basement of the monastery in the Astral Sea. You walk up to the main floor. The whole while, Zerissa is just like oogling everything. She says, "What is this place? Where are we?" And Galaxia explains, "Oh yeah, it's just in the Astral Sea. We found it off the west coast of Athendria as a fancy hidden doorway in Isle of Mist, blah blah blah." And Zerissa is just soaking this all up, like totally just amazed and taking in the sights of the strange.
And I'll say to Zerissa, I'm like, please don't write about this place. We don't want people coming here.
It's a secret. Yes, so you continue on, you go back to the main chamber. There you see the Fire Genasi Grandmaster, walking out in his white robe as he nods to you, Chad, says, good news, I hope?
What's up, bro? Yes, we have another fist here, and the person who found it is here to give it to you.
Excellent. I think she must her. He says, I'm glad. Bring it forth. Zerissa's like, oh, yeah, now, okay. He doesn't do it yet. She says, sir, can I trust you with this? It's a very dangerous and evil thing. He says, yes, this is a rare refuge from evil. Everything here is within the power of the good aligned deities, protected by their combined might. You are safe to leave it with us in our possession. She looks around, looks at you, Chad, looks at Galaxia, and she's like, I might as well give up.
Yep.
So with that, Zerissa digs in her pouch, pulls forth this fifth fist, and places it onto a red cushion. The Grandmaster bows, hands it off to another acolyte, who takes it through the symbol of the Hyronius door into the white light beyond. With that, he nods and says, 5. Truly an impressive feat, Chad Brohart. You have done more in a short time than many of your order have ever accomplished in their lifetimes.
I haven't done it all. She got this one all on her own. I just helped her get here.
Oh, did she? And Zerissa is like, yes, I've done my best to keep it safe. I couldn't keep this and another one safe, but I've held on to it for a long time. The Grandmaster, he nods and he says, indeed, are you inclined to learn and study the history of such things and protect that of what is good? And she says, well, yes, I mean, it's basically what I've done for the past several years of my life. He strokes his, flaming beard, doesn't seem to bother him. He says, would you consider staying here for a while. We recently have developed an opening in one of our archival positions. And she looks around at this architecture, looks around at all the strangeness of it, and she says, "You know what? I think I would like that. This would be a place to study and learn, and it would be safe from marauding Warforged. That much is for certain. If it's safe here," and she looks at you, Chad. It's like, is it safe here?
Yeah. The safest place I know.
All right. Well, perhaps I'll stay here then for a time. I might go back and gather my things, but after all, most of it's in my head, and they really kind of destroyed most of the valuable stuff that I'd bothered to write down anyway, so I don't know if I need to go back there. I think I'll stay. New start for me, now that I've dealt with that. And she kind of straightens herself. You see that she is clearly like a little bit riding lighter now that she's literally gotten rid of this load, this heavy burden she's carried for years. She smiles. The first time you've seen her like genuinely appear to be happy. With that, the Grandmaster bows to you, Chad, and says, well, I have other business to attend to. Excellent work as usual. I wish you the best. Zerissa, if you would like to become acquainted with our procedures here, I will show you to your quarters. And Zerissa bows to both of you, Chad and Galaxia, and walks away
I'll give
with the
her
Grandmaster.
a bro fist. I'll be like, "Thanks, bro. You did a lot of good today."
She stops and
And
says,
many other days.
"Thank you, Chad. Thank you for finding me and saving me from those brigands when fate needed it most. I did my part, but it wouldn't have come all this way without you. And without Little Bro." And she addresses Little Bro directly. Little Bro kind of like shrinks a little bit, nods towards her. But she is escorted out with the Grandmaster to begin her new career here at Nangshi Monastery as a acolyte of the Way of Good. Chad, you and Galaxia are completed here. Galaxia says, "We can go home to Thorum if you'd like." The other people have been...
I forgot to talk. I need to talk to the Warforged. I forgot to relay. I was going to talk to him about the rescue.
Oh,
Didn't get
certainly.
a chance. Just want to warn them that it didn't go peacefully.
She says, "Well, how about this? I'm almost out of spells. Let's go back to Thorum today, sleep it off,
Yeah.
and I'll bring you back tomorrow."
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right.
You got this, bro.
So you return to Thorum to rest, and there, Thazal and Porkchop are not present. Where they are, you don't know. But Galaxia says, "Yeah, I've been helping them out a little bit as well. They're off doing their own thing. I'm not sure what they're doing. Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap." And she goes upstairs to sleep.
Awesome, bro.
It's like late afternoon.
I'll talk with little bro for a little.
You go down and get a workout, I assume, as you talk with
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
Bro.
So we'll get a workout, and then during the workout, I also want to train him to fight on his own a little bit, see
Yeah.
how he's doing there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's
That was a
a
crit. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I didn't hit the R.
Yeah. 20 plus 12 is 32, yes. Oh, it's a 3. Anyway,
Oh,
you get a workout.
Alright, I'm back.
So,
Oh, so, my mind's a little wandering right now. Can't get a good workout in.
yeah, that's fine. Little Bro agrees to practice with you. He forms the roughest humanoid shape he can, and you watch as he grows this like smaller version of the great sword that you use out of his right arm. And you spar for a while. He's very like awkward and kind of clumsy, but eventually gets the hang of it. He's had a very good model to base his movements on for a while.
I will say, I'm like, little bro, perhaps also you shouldn't restrict yourself, because you're a lot more freeform than I am. If there's something you could do to steady yourself or you think that would help you, feel free, add an extra leg or anything like that.
That's a good
Or
point.
you can model yourself off that.
That's a good point. I'll have to mess around with that and try different things to see if that works. And he proceeds to, like, as you're going, you, like, do a lunge, he parries, but grows a third leg out of the middle of his back and, like, braces himself against the floor, and then, like, keeps going. It's a very odd thing to watch. You spar for a while. As evening comes, you are given an excellent dinner by the cooks. They provide for you a lovely meal, whatever you'd like. And afterward, you feel the call of sleep drawing towards you.
Yep.
You go to bed in your lovely room.
And I'll just talk to little bro real quick. I'm like, little bro, good job today. I'm really glad. I was really worried for you for quite a while there.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy you overcame your obstacle, and now we can just keep overcoming obstacles together, bro. That's what we do.
He snuggles up to you in bed, and he's like, "Thanks, big bro. It was a really hard day for me, but like I feel like I learned a lot, and I'm really happy that I could contribute. You know, do my part."
Yeah, bro. Those hard days, that's where you learn the most. You know, that's where you really find yourself.
Yeah. All right. So you go to sleep. That night, as you drift through calm sleep, wrong ambiance, you see a light dawning, like a distant horizon, the sun coming up over the horizon. And as it does, you feel the light kind of bathing your bare chest with warmth and strength that fills you with vigor. As the light grows brighter, you see that... Oh, did I lose you? Oh no. No, not at the crucial moment. I shall wait for Cody's stream to restabilize.
Yep. There we go. As the light gets brighter was the last thing that came through for me.
Okay, yeah. So, as the light...
Is my video coming through?
No. I hear you, but I don't see you.
Let me just... Did that work? Perfect. Yep. We're good to go.
Yeah. So as the light bathes you in warmth and strength, it gets brighter and brighter and closer. And as it does, you kind of have to avert your eyes a little bit and look down. And you see next to you little bro in his small humanoid form, also eyes squinting away from the light. And as the light gets brighter and suddenly begins to subside, it goes away. You look ahead, and in front of you is a perfect physique, flawless, the most ripped and muscular, and yet lowest fat content possible, beyond mortal possibility. You see this divine figure of strength and might, the dark brown skin and the smooth, normal-looking human head. The eyes, however, are like stars, two bright lights burning from within. And he crosses his arms, this muscular man, this paragon of strength and masculinity, small loincloth adorning his only feature. And he nods to you, Chad, and he nods towards little bro. And he says, "Chad Brohart, your deeds speak for themselves. You are truly the greatest amongst my followers, and your heroic deeds have not gone unnoticed." He looks down towards little bro, and little bro is just like, and he's like, "Little bro, once a creature with no true identity or guidance, now you stand next to Chad Brohart as his friend, his arm, his extension, but also your own person." And he reaches down and he gently reaches one finger towards little bro, and as it gently taps on it, little bro begins to glow from within, the eyes lighting up like a warm fire burning inside of him, and it begins to go away. Little bro seems like confused, and he looks at himself. He suddenly kind of morphs and becomes a much more normal looking individual with just a couple eyes that seem to like focus directly in front, and a normal-ish mouth with like a few sharp teeth. Just like a very reddish, looking normal human, but like small. It's really short, like probably 3 feet tall. And he like looks at himself and like flexes. He seems pretty happy with how he looks. He turns back to you, Chad, and he says, "Chad Brohart, for your deeds and your work, I give you my blessing and my thanks." And he says, "Your friend no longer need be your weapon, for you carry with you that which could be even better. He says, draw forth your blade.
Does he mean the Sun Greatsword or the... Yeah, I'll grab the Sun Greatsword.
Alright, you pull out the handle, you turn it on.
Yeah. I'm assuming, do I have to reattune to it, or...?
No, it's fine. So
okay.
You pull it out, and you turn it on, it brings this warm sunlight around you. He says, a worthy weapon for a follower of mine, but it could be so much more worthy indeed. And he reaches out a hand, you see the light begin to burn, it catches on fire, it begins to grow in strength. He says, take this holy weapon, and use it to bring low those who would oppose the might of Hyronius, evildoers, the undead, and all those who spit in the face of fraternity and friendship. And as
Thank you, bro. I will continue to bring glory to your name.
He says, I am glad to hear of it. However, do not grow complacent in your victory, Chad Brohart. One fist remains, the greatest of them all. And he turns and steps for a moment, and you see a sudden vision like stretching around you. You see once more this swamp, this immense swamp of darkness and murk, and you're standing in like waist-deep mud and stench and filth. It's overwhelming, it's grotesque. And as you look around, you see creatures crawling through the mud, horrible, monstrous, deformed beasts and things with spines and wings and claws and teeth crawling through the filth and the sludge. And as you look around, you sense suddenly that dark aura familiar to you, that of the fists. But directly in front of you, more intense than ever, it begins to overwhelm you almost, this massive burning black flame of darkness and evil. And as it burns around you, the creatures in the muck begin to turn and like try to flee, running away from it, crawling. And as they do and fail, you see looming up from the darkness, crawling forward, one massive black footfall at a time, a gargantuan dragon, black, covered in inky black and silvery scales. As it steps forward into the light, you see its right forearm, a even blacker shade still, with veins of pulsing red all the way up to the forearm. As it looks through the air and sniffs, it suddenly turns and its yellow slitted pupils fixate on where you are. It growls this deep resonant growl and says, I sense you. And as it inhales to exhale this black gush of smoke and fumes in your direction, the vision suddenly just dissipates into fog and mist. You hear the voice of Hyronius in your head. One remains, the most difficult and deadly of them all. It lies deep, deep in the abyss, on the 632nd layer. To reach it, you will need all the might of you and your friends. I wish you luck, my chosen one. With that, the vision fades, and you return to a troubled yet restful sleep. You are now
Awesome.
level 17. You're level 17, and your sun-bladed greatsword is not that anymore. It is the blessed sunblade, I think. Look up blessed sunblade.
Blessed sunblade, yeah. 1 second, just loading in level 17. Hopefully that wasn't a, whatever we'll do. Blessed sunblade.
Yep. So you wake up the next morning, rolling out of bed. You feel rejuvenated, almost radiant in your rest. And little bro rolls out of bed looking like he did in his vision. And the vision that you had, much more human-like. And he sort of stretches and walks around in a very normal way. He says, Chad, did you see what I saw last night?
Yeah, bro. I think we both did. I pull out the blessed sunblade and light it up.
Yeah, it ignites in the way that it did before, but now there is active like flame like along the length of the blade, not just the light that was emanating from before, but it seems to be even more powerful than before. Yeah, it's potent. With it, you feel like you'll be able to defend yourself even greater than ever before. And little bro says, I feel like I want to help out more, Chad. I feel like all the things you've shown me over the past few weeks and all my experiences, I feel like I can really hold my own. So if you look up little bro as a magic item, he is his own independent thing now.
Oh, so it's not just him, because I have him in my inventory. It says little bro is a great sword.
That's the great sword version, but there is a independent little bro minion form.
I do not. It's not coming up for me. Little bag of sand is the only thing that has coming up with little.
It should be a. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a monster. Yeah. So he has a stat block, basically. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It's not a magic item, but I'll
remove him from the inventory, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he does have a stat block. It's very similar to his abilities as the sword, but he's an independent creature that you can minion control if you'd like.
Yeah.
But with that, he says, "Is there anything else left to do?"
Well, I mean, it'd be polite. Yeah, just go back and talk to the one dude. He seemed like just quickly let him know how it went, because that was important to take care of that.
Yeah. So you Galaxia gets you there that day, and you walk back to town. You go through the formalities of getting through security, but eventually you meet up with the vicar again, and he says, Chad, I heard the news that you arrived with Zerissa, stayed the night, and then quickly left again the next day.
Yes.
Is all well? Is Zerissa all right? She not coming back?
All is well? No, she will not. She's in a safe place.
I'm glad to hear it. I was very troubled by the news. I was afraid that those dissenters were going to do something unspeakable to an innocent outsider. There are other outsiders who deserve it, but I guess it's cowardly of them to take out their anger at someone less defensible.
Yes, well, I did want to come back and let you know, unfortunately, there was not a peaceful resolution. In case I don't want to cause any problems, but I do want to let you know that was the case. And I wanted to follow up just to make sure you didn't have any questions, because you seemed a little surprised by some of the information I was telling you.
Yes, it was a lot. I would like to discuss some of that at length if you feel comfortable sharing it. It's valuable and relevant to how my city and my people live their lives. Here, come with me. He takes you into the Alcazar, which is essentially like the town hall, and you go and sit in a very like roomy room with like fine wooden tables. You get the sense that like wood here is definitely a hot commodity, and to have a wooden table is a very opulent display. But he sits down and you basically, I'll say for the sake of time, you explain a lot of this information that you've kind of revealed with him, and he asks you lots of questions about who you are, where you come from, how do you know these things, and you share what you're comfortable sharing. Afterwards, he's like, so, the Heroes of Harmstead. I hadn't heard of them before, but it's good to know that they're operating in a positive way. And you know Corcus from his time, this individual, he came through here. I believe he took what he wanted and fled out into the Dustlands, much farther north than you went, but that's the last I heard of him. He went with a small...
I do let him know about the dude that was the assassin that was sent after us.
Yes, we haven't seen anything like that, but if what you're describing is true with the construction and all that, it's very, very troubling that my people would be used for such nefarious purposes. I shudder to think about what that could imply he's doing with them. If you have any opportunities to bring this man to justice, you will have my support and the support of my guard here. We couldn't muster any help for Zerissa, but there is plenty of anger and willingness to rage about what was done by that individual before he left. And against gnomes in general. Our history with the gnomish people is complicated.
Yes. As I've heard. Though I do talk with the people of Crystalia quite often. If you ever wanted help smoothing over those relations, just let me know and I shall do what I can.
I'm glad to hear that, Chad. I'm always grateful for a sympathetic person's help. Well, I have nothing further to discuss. It was pleasant meeting you and Galaxia. He nods towards Galaxia, who's just been hanging out with you this whole time. Well, I wish you the best. Travel safely. I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully with news of how to progress.
Lovely. I will see you again here soon, bro. And I'll give him a fist bump.
He will, more confidently this time, return it. And he escorts you out. And Galaxia says, well, back home to Uthorum.
Let us go.
And away you go. With that, you return to Uthorum with this new sense of purpose, vision, and you feel empowered with your god's approval to move forward into the world and make a better difference. You wait back in Uthorum for your friends to return from whatever it is they're doing and look forward to your next steps together. With that, we will end.
And just so you know, yeah, and I was just going to say, just so you know, in the meantime, if there's like a large overlap of time, I'll just be working out and training with little bro.
Yep. All right, yeah, you just train with little bro and get him used to it. With that, we will end tonight's session.
Thank you, everyone that watched.
Yeah, I think it was literally just the other players. Like, I think Josh Christine
okay, gotcha.
Grace were all watching. That was it. Here, I'll stop the stream now, so thanks if you're watching again. I hope you guys had fun seeing Chad do everything on his own. Bye, guys.
Bye.